Previously on
Hannibal and Monty Shit Show!
Let's go to the chat. Let's see. Lusty McButt says, Fox News, I call foul.
Well, hello, shitheads! I'm so glad you're here. And let me just say, Hannibal and Monty will be with you in just a bit. So, it's really important that you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Also, look out for plunger points. And if you really like them, cast a couple dollars their way, because this shit ain't cheap. I'm just saying. Enjoy, and thank you for being here.
Bridge to Captain Picard.
Go ahead.
We've just received word from the fleet. They've engaged the Borg.
Mr. Data, put Starfleet frequency 1486 on audio.
Aye, sir.
Stan is not a great Eminem song. No, I did not say Stan is not a great Eminem song. What did you say?
What happens when a masked producer and a headphone-wearing comic book artist get together to talk music shit, comic book shit, and political shit on the internet? Monty. Hannibal the Beat Animal.
Hannibal and Monty Shit Show!
Holy shit! My name gets to be in the title this time. Hannibal and Monty Shit Show.
Why is my name second? What kind of shit is this?
Hannibal and Monty Shit Show!
Let's talk some shit.
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
And we are live. Are we live, Monty? That's what I like to hear. Welcome to Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. I am Hannibal the Beat Animal. And this is episode 70, maybe an episode about...
Look at my dirty girl. He said, suck my nuts.
Because Monty's watching Walking Dead right now. That's why. That's why. There you go. Monty was very tickled by that. There you go. All right. And Alan Ray is already with the quick nickel chat, says, I'm wet. Oh. There you go, letting us know. And look, you got the Walking Dead show title. I'm wearing my Negan shirt. Wait, where's it at? Bam. He says this is Lucille and she is awesome. I mean, honestly, do you really need to hear Monty in order for Hannibal and Monty Shit Show to flow?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really? Oh, there he is. There's Monty.
Monty's not muted anymore. I'm here.
There we go. And he's back.
You can hear me now. You can hear me
there
now.
We go.
This is a shit show.
This is a shit show. So tonight we are joined by Lafayette's own rock stars, Yakk. Give it up for Yakk, everybody. We are joined by Simon and Quentin from Yakk. Oh, there you go, Monty. I was just about to tell you need to resize Quentin's screen. And just so you know, Quentin, if I was in charge of screen sizing, your screen would have never been missized. Okay? Because that's the type of professionalism that Hannibal the Beat Animal brings to Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. Hannibal brings the Hannibal and Monty part, and Monty brings the shit show part.
Oh, is that what it is?
So
you bring the Monty.
Say what? Yeah.
You bring the Monty too. Okay.
Well, I mean,
you bring the shit show yourself.
The Monty is what I do.
All right. I see how it is. I see
carry.
it. Team
You know,
Monty.
But look,
Not that we're doing teams. We're not doing teams.
We're not doing teams. We're not doing teams.
Yeah.
You know. But if we were doing teams, Team Hannah.
Yeah, and also, we gotta say, the winner of the guessing how late we were gonna be is E.M. Dubois.
Yes, E.M. Dubois got it right. So you, sir, will have 100 plunger points coming your way.
Yes, it won't be tonight because Zoe is out with the flu. I'm writing it down. So even your points from last week are not reflected in your points right now. So
Monty also told us before the show it was Zoe's job to have the flu.
No, I did not say that.
Even not being on the show, she's doing an incredible job. She's still doing her job, even not being on the show. Is that Simon and Quentin? Is that not what he said? That it was her job to have the flu?
I heard it from Monty himself.
Oh,
look,
shit! You know what? You know what? Simon, I'm gonna cut this off right now. Simon and Quentin, tell the people who you are so they know who we're hanging out with tonight.
Yes.
And then just lead into me setting up your. I'm gonna play your song after this so they can hear who you are. So tell them who you are.
So we're a sci-fi prog rock band from Lafayette, Louisiana. We write sci-fi stories and then we write music around those sci-fi stories.
We'll read that after this.
I like that you were talking about good music and then you were covered up by Nickelback.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's hilarious.
I was like, where is Nickelback coming from? Why is there?
Oh, that was a Nickel chat. Like,
yeah,
because
when people...
yeah, we prefer people to use Streamlabs or our website link. But if you want to use Nickel chats, if you want to use YouTube's version, we call it Nickel chats, and you got to endure Nickelback whenever you donate. So, sorry about that. Continue.
Yeah. So, yeah, we write stories, sci-fi stories, and we write music around the stories that we write.
Awesome.
So, the song "Appetite for Flesh" is kind of a one-offer from our mainline story. This story is about a pig planet called Gravelpot. That there's a lot of shit's going down. It's looking really grimy over there. A lot of pigs are going missing, and this amateur detective gets put on a case to discover exactly why these pigs are coming up missing. And yeah, it's a whole big adventure, and it turns out that the pigs are actually eating themselves. They're being fed themselves from a specific restaurant called Ham's Burgers.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. And you guys just finished your first single, right?
Yeah.
Which...
that was fun.
Yeah, and I like what I heard. I tried to re-listen today. I told you my struggle with re-listening. So I'm going to enjoy it with the shitheads again when we play it. You want to set this up?
Let's roll with it.
All right, here we go. This is called An Appetite for Destruction, right?
For flesh.
Flesh.
You,
Appetite
Monty.
for destruction.
Come on, Monty. Come on, Monty. First you get Quentin's screen not sized properly. Then you say it's your daughter's job to have the flu, and now you don't even remember the name of the song.
I remember the name of the song.
This was a shit show.
No, I can't rage quit right now. It's too early. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. All right. An Appetite for Flesh is what the song is called. I fucked up. Y'all aren't Guns N' Roses. Here we go.
I stole $3,000.
We'll get to that after the song. After the song. Here we go. All right. This is Yakk. Check them out.
I stole $3,000.
Wait, what the fuck? Hang on.
What?
No. Is that why? I don't know if y'all remember me telling you that a few seconds in, this shit kept stopping.
Yeah. Oh, so it's still doing it.
Yeah, it's still doing it because the download was fucked up. Hang on. I'm going to fix it. Hannibal, Yakk, take it. Talk to the shitheads a bit. We're going to play this song, and I know how to do it.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I guess let's have a chance to talk and I don't know. Monty caught me off guard. I wasn't prepared to do extra talking right now, so I wasn't ready for it.
Team Monty is all I'm saying.
So let's do this. So you guys are based out of Lafayette, Louisiana, which means you guys are just a little bit completely crazy. Does that craziness translate into your music when you're creating?
Damn!
Does that Lafayette create craziness?
Possibly. I want to say maybe it's the bayou water here.
Is that what it is?
It probably seeps into our drinking water, and
yeah, you got to boil that first before you drink it. You're not supposed to just drink it straight up.
Yeah, well, I didn't get the memo. So.
They suggest.
All right. How long you guys been doing music? I'm a fellow musician myself. That's why I wear this cool mask, because I'm a musician, and that correlates for some reason.
Okay,
so you mean like how long has Yakk been together, or how long are we just?
Well, no. How long have you guys been individually doing music, and then how did the band get together?
Okay, I've been playing music for probably 15 years.
Okay.
Now, I started on guitar. No, sorry, I started on trombone.
Really?
And, yeah, I gravitated towards guitar because I liked rock music, and yeah, drumming is where it was for me. I saw a Yellow Card DVD, and I saw LP ripping away. I'm like, man, I want to play drums now. So that's where the drumming came in.
Okay, Simon, what about you?
I've been playing bass for 18 years. And that's about all I do.
hey, look, man.
You do vocals too.
Listen, you play bass.
Yeah,
that's all you need to do.
Yeah, I'm the ass of the band.
They don't give bass players the respect that they properly deserve. Yeah.
If you're
so come on, so tell us, how'd the band get together?
So we started about 8 years ago. The current lineup isn't the original lineup.
Of course.
Yeah. So
you and Adam are the original members.
Right. Yeah, we just enjoyed playing music, and I'm like, I don't know.
Hey!
What was that?
Oh, don't worry, Monty's working on some stuff. I got you. Don't worry. Don't worry about the lack of professionalism. Just stay here with me. I got you. I got you guys.
Okay. Yeah, we just wanted to write music and have fun, and not really worry about putting a ton of emotions into our music.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to just entertain people.
All right. There you go. All right. Well, I've been doing music for actually this October makes 21 years that I've been doing music.
Nice. What did you play, man?
Wow.
I play piano. Like that. Oh. I went to school for piano, studied under Ellis Marcellus and Terrence Blanchard at UNO. And yeah, I get kind of busy on the keys. It was funny because when I was in college, the music department is separated into a classical side or a jazz side, and I didn't really do classical or jazz. I wanted to make pop music. I wanted to make the songs that you hear on the radio. So of course, the only thing that the two departments could decide, like the classical people hated the jazz people, the jazz people hated the classical people. The only thing that they could agree on is that everything I created was trash. So,
all right,
there you
all
go.
right. Here we go.
I was bringing people together back then. So,
I got this shit fixed. We're gonna check them out right now.
All right.
Hopefully everybody can hear this. We'll find out, because I haven't done it this way before since the new computer. So let's see. Let me know. Can y'all hear this? Was that audible?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Here we go. So let's check out Yakk.
Okay.
Here we go. This is An Appetite for Flesh. See what I did there? See how
There it
I corrected my earlier mistake?
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
See, now Monty's gonna be your biggest fan because he wants you guys to know that he didn't fuck up. So there you go.
See,
See,
that's
and
right.
I am all about shaming people into listening to good music. So
See, there you go. There you go. And I'll fix your camera in a second. Here we go.
I can't believe I love the way that your flesh tastes. Time and time again, I feel the hunger. I'll bleed and feed on you every night. Nobody ever showed me the right way. I just ran into a horde of zombies. I wish I could just turn back time. There's nothing left of me. I'm rotten. Discarded flesh and meat. All the time, yeah. I feel this pain inflicted on me.
There we go. There we go.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Man, so let me ask you guys a question. When you guys are writing, so I've wanted to produce for like prog rock bands, and I've never done it before because it always seems like because there's so many changes and build-ups and breakdowns. Like when you guys are writing, like give us like just a brief window into your writing process.
So we basically don't have a process. We just like jam.
jam.
Like, hey, this sounds good, and we take some glue, and then we just kind of glue it together.
All right.
No, but like it's like little mini albums that we write. So like we have like 3 or 4 little like phrases of music, and we just bridge them together.
Awesome.
So yeah.
All right. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take bits home and work on ourselves, but that's mainly what we do.
Okay. See, I've always wondered what the process is because I'm because for me, I'm literally creating every part since I'm a music producer. So I'm sitting there like, okay, this is the intro, this is the verse section, this is how the B section is gonna go. Here's the bridge, here's the chorus, here's the coda, etc. And I know where all the different pieces are going. But to create that with somebody else and be like, all right, hey, the drummer, you're gonna play this section like this, and then lead guitar, you're gonna play this, and insert so and so is gonna play that, and then you coordinate all this. And so, are you guys doing the music first and then writing the lyrics after, or are you writing the lyrics and the music at the same time? Like you just doing everything at the same time?
Mostly the music comes first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a lot of times we'll talk about what the sounds make us visualize, and that's kind of what the lyrics are based off of.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Awesome. I like.
So I have 8 amateur MMA fights in Georgia. When I do my last 2 amateur fights, I'll make sure I walk out to Appetite for Flesh. That way, they'll know I'm really with the shits.
Yes.
I've been saving those last 2 fights. I don't know when I'm gonna do them, but I'm gonna save those last 2 amateur fights. Because once you have 10 amateur fights in Georgia, they automatically consider you a professional.
All right.
Wow.
Is that
I've been
really?
I've been saving those last 2 fights.
All right. Shit. Okay.
Is it because you don't want to be considered a professional, or?
I'm much too pretty to be a fighter. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look at that face. Look at that face.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, yeah.
Listen. Take my word for it. I'm a beautiful man under this mask. All right. I fucking look like Jason Momoa under this bitch. I look fantastic. I'm great. I don't appreciate how hard you're laughing at that, Monty.
I'm laughing with you, Hannibal. With you. Always with you. I'm laughing with you. But there you go. Those are our guests. Show them some love, shitheads. Their links are in the descriptions. Check out their shit. Download their shit. Show them some love. They got merch in their merch store. And yeah. So show some love to that shit. And we're giving away some merch for plunger points with this.
I always tell people, my hashtag is listen to Hannibal, but I also tell people listen to better music. Support goes both ways.
Yeah.
Like if you got the one of my biggest pet peeves, and it's funny because now I wish I could change my what's eating Hannibal rant to something else. But like as an a musician on the rise, you always have to deal with that thing where it's like you get like when you play your music for friends and family, sometimes they don't give you the push or the support that you want, but then you'll have like a random stranger in fucking Germany that will support everything you do.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Definitely vibe with
Yeah,
that.
I tell people all the time, support goes both ways. And look, let me go ahead and say it right now to everybody listening to the show. Moral support is not a thing. All right, it's like moral support is nothing. Like actual support is, going to Apple Music, going to Tidal, going to Spotify, going to Pandora, loading up Yak's music, listening to Appetite for Flesh, and putting that motherfucker on repeat for the rest of the day. That's actual support.
Yes.
And look, just so you guys know, just for everybody in the chat, just so you guys can know, fucking A lot of the major artists, like your Ariana Grandes and your Billie Eilishes and shit like that, these motherfuckers instruct their fans to do that shit. That's how these motherfuckers sit at the top of the charts for weeks and weeks and weeks. In addition to them paying off program directors, paying off music supervisors, paying people to put their shit on playlists and shit like that. So they make it very tough for we independents to compete. So having like true fans get out there and just do little stuff to help support that, it goes a long fucking way.
Yeah. See, there you go. Roll with it, like support the shit. And what was I about to say? Oh yeah, plunger points. Tonight, the shithead of the show will win some merch from Yakk themselves. So right now we got E.M. Dubois and Lusty McButt in the lead. They both have 100 plunger points this show. Those are the top two.
Yeah, and we have given Quentin and Simon both 500 plunger points that they can distribute to the shitheads however they see fit. So, Monty, can you load up the art that the winner is going to get?
Oh yeah. Wait, hang on. I could. It was the art that you saw of the. Oh no, it's not that art. I don't have it loaded up. Fuck.
Look at Monty. He's just dropping the ball. Dropping the ball.
I totally dropped the one thing that I needed to make sure I had. I knew I was forgetting something.
You are like Julio Jones right now, the way you dropping these balls, man. All right.
See, I don't know who the fuck that is.
I see. There you go. Yeah, just yet another reason why you should be Team Hannibal. It's all not that we're doing teams.
Yes.
Not that we're doing teams. But John Weiss says, and you know what? Give John Weiss plunger points. He says the only compliments that matter come in cash form.
Yes. There you go. John Weiss, you're getting your shit.
I'll give him 50 plunger points.
You got an extra 50.
John Weiss, you just got 50 plunger points for that.
Oh.
See?
Oh shit.
There we go. John Weiss. I'm looking at the numbers. We're creeping up. I'm writing them all down.
And look, E.M. Dubois says, I can agree. Hell, just from Monty mentioning my book so many times, this shows someone compared its popularity against someone else's as a joke. It felt good. Yeah, like, look, it fucking matters, man. It's like being, like, the only thing harder than being, like, I don't know if there's anything harder in America than being an aspiring musician, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think it might be easier to be gay or trans than it is to be an aspiring musician. When you tell people that you're gay or trans, they'd be like, "Oh, good for you," or "What a struggle," or right out the gate, if they support you, if they don't like you or whatever. But if you tell people, "Oh, I'm an aspiring musician," they'd be like, "Mm-hmm." I tell people all the time, I'm like, yeah, I'm a musician and I have a podcast. It's like, oh wow, tell me about your podcast. Like nobody has ever said, tell me about your music. And nobody has ever said, and then it'll have, even with other musicians, they won't ask. They won't be like, oh yeah, let me, tell me about your music. Or where can I hear your stuff? How long have you been doing? What's your dog choice? What type of music do you like? They don't, nothing. Nothing. I tell people I got a podcast, and they be like, "Oh, tell me about your show." I love podcasts. I'm like, all right, for sure.
Yeah, but you also love music. You listen to the shit every day.
I sold $3,000.
So that reminds me, we got to get to Streamlabs after this.
I'm on it now, Monty.
But before we do, I'm gonna find the art. It's the. Are you guys using that as album art? It's some art I did for you guys.
So what we're using it for is the book.
The book.
Well, it's not necessarily a book. It's more like a short little story that we're going to be handing out probably at the end of the month. So that's the cover art for that.
Hell yeah! See that? And the art you saw earlier is also art by me that I did for these guys. Because yes, and I keep critiquing album art every week. This art is perfect. Like, I'm just gonna.
Really, I definitely have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah, like whoever did that album art knocked it out of the park. It's perfect. It's fitting. It fits the song.
Whoever that was, I've heard rumors that it's a Banksy actually.
I mean, maybe it is. We don't know who Banksy is, or we might
That
know who Banksy is.
would explain why it's the superior artwork. So that makes sense. That would actually explain.
See,
we
there you go.
we got some money. Sorry, being an ass. We got some money that came in. Brian Harris donated $5 through Super Chat and says, donated to Monty in the name of Emily Blunt's very nuttable face.
Stop it!
There
Stop
you go.
it!
And Simon and Quentin, just so you guys know, a couple of shows ago, Monty, for some reason, with the funny thing, we weren't even talking about Emily Blunt. He just randomly, for no reason, I think we might have been talking about how to solve world hunger or something, and then or like, how to get climate change under control. And then Monty, for some reason, just said, I think Emily Blunt has a very nuttable face.
I did
Monty
not
said
say that.
I don't know why Monty said that. It was so random. It came out of nowhere. It was ridiculous. Lord Jamarcus donated some money. He says, I bet I can get... God damn it. He says, I bet I can get Hannibal to mention pumpkins again. All right. So
he just did.
Yeah. Well, because I was reading what you... Damn it. Hypothesis said you were being a good neighbor, Monty.
Wait, what was that?
Said 100 points for the trickery.
Yes. There you go. Lord Jamarcus.
Lord Jamarcus. You got 100 plunger points. Hypothesis is you were just being a good neighbor, Monty. And Lord Jamarcus said, I just want to say I said the guests were cool and before they had plunger points. He said he wanted you guys to know that he said you guys were cool before he knew you guys were handing out plunger points. Lord Jamarcus.
That's true. You're working the system. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
He's a man. He's a man with a plan. John Weiss said Team Monty, so that's why we don't listen to.
You know what, John? I'm giving you more plunger points. Here you go.
There you go. So now that we've done all that stuff, Monty, are you ready to move on with
let's get into this show. Like, before we even really get into it, let's do which is something that's become one of my favorite segments. Let's talk about this album. Like, let's do Have You Heard This Shit? So here we go.
Hey, wake up! Wake your punk ass up. Have you heard this shit?
Okay, all right.
There you go.
All right, there we go. So this week on this edition of Have You Heard This Shit, Monty and I will be talking about Metallica's Black Album. Which is also the self-titled Metallica album, which I did not realize. I never realized until we had to do this episode that the Black Album was just called was called the Metallica. It was just called Metallica.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just you kept saying the self-titled Metallica album, and I'm like, are you talking about the Black Album? You're like, I don't know. It's just self-titled Metallica.
Yeah, I didn't realize it until I pulled the album up, because I have all of Metallica's albums already. So when I clicked on it, when I pulled it up, I was like, oh, it's the Black Album. Monty was right. See, there you go. And there you go, Monty. I admitted that you were right.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That. It's
so
fair.
look, if you guys don't know who Metallica is, if you've been living in a cave for the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 decades. Metallica is one of the biggest rock bands of all time, and one of the biggest heavy metal bands, if not the biggest heavy metal band of all time. And Metallica's Black Album is perennially considered one of the staples of rock music, and not just of rock music, but of just music history. This album, like for a very long time, stood at the top of the mountain. The Black Album received widespread critical, according to Wikipedia. Metallica's Black Album received widespread critical acclaim and became the band's best-selling album. It debuted at #1 in 10 countries and spent 4 consecutive weeks at the top of the Billboard 200. I think this album sold something like 16 million copies or something. Rolling Stones has it listed as one of the 500 greatest albums of all time. The album is certified 16 times platinum.
Damn, I didn't know that. And why the fuck was it charting randomly last week?
And that's just in the United States. I also have to point out. So that's not including their worldwide numbers for this project.
Yeah.
So
super insane. Super insane.
So that being said, and just a couple other things. This album, Metallica's Black Album, was voted the 8th best album of the year in the Village's Voice annual Paz and Jop Critics poll for 1991. Melody Maker ranked it the number 16 album that came out in the best albums of 1991. I bet you if they looked at that list now, they would change it. It won the Grammy in 1992 for Best Metal Performance. Rolling Stone ranked it the number 255 of its 500 greatest albums of all time. It's listed as the number 25 album of the 100 greatest metal albums of all time, as ranked by Metallica. By Rolling Stone. I'm sorry, Metallica said it's the 25th best album of all metal albums according to them. There you go. I like that. A little bit of humility there.
Yeah, I'm the 75th greatest artist to ever live. So I'm with that. Like,
yeah,
no, you're wrong.
So that's it, man. Metallica's Black Album. Monty, what do you think of the album art for Metallica's Black Album? Also, everybody in the chat, if you've heard Metallica's Black Album, let us know in the chat if you've heard this album or not. Yeah. And if you haven't, I'm curious to see. But let us know if you've heard this album. Monty, what did you think of this album cover? And you guys as well. Let us know what you think. You know what I'm saying? Monty, what you think of this album cover?
I actually find this album cover boring. I think it would be less boring if it was simply,
it's very black.
If it was just a black square, I'd give it higher marks.
Mm-hmm.
I'd actually call it great, like, because you would achieve the goal. It's Metallica's Black Album. This is for people that know who you are. But, Metallica's putting on an album that's just a black album, self-titled or whatever. Just a black square, I think, would have been a better design choice. And as a graphic designer, I would have gotten money off that shit. I would have sold that to him and been like, if, they're going to call this a black album, why not just go with a black square?
Because I think other people that did black albums did that already. Because Prince did a black album too.
Yeah, but
I mean, you can just do like a different shade of black.
Yeah,
it'll still be black, right?
Yeah.
Wait, it does black?
So
come
you
in
saying
shade?
they could have made it light skin instead of making it dark skin?
Yeah. Or You see, or they could have just slightly ghosted the Metallica M in the middle. That would have been a better choice, I think, for this. But I find this boring. It's sloppy. Like I find the design sloppy.
Yeah.
So I call foul on the album design for
Shut up.
Metallica's Black Album.
All right.
Yeah, and I never thought about it when I was younger, and here I am. Like, it's foul. No, it's crap. Okay. What about the production on this, Hannibal? What'd you think?
Well, hold on, wait. Simon, Quentin, what'd you guys think of the album art for this album?
I think it's appropriate.
All right, fair.
I think it's
fair,
but lazy.
It's very super bland.
We'll get to that.
Oh, thank you. Back.
Yeah. So I don't get the snake though.
Yeah,
like,
I think
why is there a snake on the
because Don't Tread on Me. I think they were maybe thinking that was going to be the song, and it's coiled the same way as the snake is on the Don't Tread on Me flag.
Okay.
That's my thought. I don't know. But yeah. I was wondering myself, but I kind of You can almost see the snake on here as much as you can almost fucking see it on the album. Make the fucker black. So,
I mean, they could have called it like the Black Snake or something.
Yeah. Or just call the album "Don't Tread on Me." Let that be the title track.
That sounds like a terrible album. I wouldn't want to listen to that. Don't Tread on. That sounds like a country album. With that
Mistaken Reaper's giving me a foul. For
shitting on this cover?
Yeah, I'm down for being called on my shit. I'm gonna give you plunger points, Mistaken Reaper. Unlike Hannibal, he wouldn't give points for some shit like that.
Yeah. I know. I would give you, like, if you call me out on my shit and you're right, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna give you points for that.
Oh, I don't think he's right. He just voiced his opinion.
Oh, you just giving people points for voicing their opinions?
Well, I think it's valid. He might like it.
Okay.
So, yeah. Not for just trolling. I don't think Mistaken Reaper's trolling. And Hypothesis also in his Streamlabs, he was telling me to mute, and we didn't read all of it. So, you know what? That's okay. Or because I was muted. I think that's when he sent it. So, sorry about that. But
so yeah. Well, then read his whole Streamlabs then.
I don't see it right now.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, just while Monty unprofessionally figures out what's going on with the show.
See how he calls me unprofessional when he didn't read the whole Streamlabs?
That's you know what? I was juggling 10 things. I was entertaining the fans, and I was interviewing our guests, and I was also making excuses for something else I can't even think of right now.
Yes.
So,
Monty forgot his Just for Men. Fuck you, American Nightmare.
No play for Mr. Gray.
Mr. Gray gets all the play. So
yeah,
there you go.
The production on this album is, I would say this is classic metal, but I want to say this was the album that made heavy metal music something that the rest of the world paid attention to. That's what this album was. This album was like before that, like heavy metal was like this thing that existed in like these sub pockets, like off in corners and shit like that. Like you have to go to a fucking dive bar in Lafayette to
whoa now. Lafayette, not Lafayette.
It's like you have to go like it was something that existed on like the outskirts of society, and then it was like this album made it like, and there were other metal bands that were coming out that would have a song here or a song there, but like Metallica's album, this album specifically was the album that put heavy metal in middle America. It put it in everybody's homes that had never been exposed to it. It was like, yeah, I don't know what this is, but I like this shit, you know. And that's what the production is for this album. Yeah, that's all I got to say about this. Monty, what are your standout tracks on Metallica's Black Album? And everybody in the chat, let us know too. If you heard this album, let us know what are your standouts on Metallica's Black Album?
Nothing Else Matters. Inner Sandman. Don't Tread on Me is a really good song. Shit. I thought this entire album was almost perfect. This is a great album. I don't know if y'all know this, but my high school years, this was in my daily rotation. Like, I listen to this album in its entirety almost every day. Like, I fucking love this album still. And on a re-listen, I'm like, oh shit, I miss all of this, and I don't know where my phone is. It keeps dinging, and I keep looking.
I just sent you the plunger points for this.
All right.
Yeah.
No, keep messaging. I'll find my phone eventually. But this was almost a perfect album. So I tried to look and see what songs were my least favorite. I couldn't find any. I think all of them belong. I think this may be a perfect album. I need to listen to it harder. But fucking love this album. And
same.
I've got friends that hated this album when it came out because they said, this isn't Metallica, this is Metallica. because it was a drastic style change between this album and what was it, Ride the Lightning or Master of Puppets before this?
I thought it was And Justice for All.
Oh, and Justice for All. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
and
so,
this
yeah,
was a drastic
I
style
can,
change between the two.
See, I don't think it's a drastic style change from And Justice for All to the Black Album. The difference is that Into Sandman is wildly popular. Like, it is just a super pervasive, catchy earworm of a song. You know, and I don't know if they meant for that song to be that, or if it just happened to be that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. But yeah, I've known people over the years that was like, they feel like this album is overrated, or they didn't like. Look, Darth Aardvark says that entire album was shit. Look at him, just hating on Metallica.
See?
I'm gonna stick out and say that I'm not a huge fan of Metallica, but if I had to compare like all of the albums that they have released, that one definitely sticks out to me. I think it's definitely a staple in metal music for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think somebody could make an argument for, because I mean they got a lot of albums that are really good. I think you could make an album a case for And Justice for All, and I probably would say of And Justice for All and the Black Album, I probably like And Justice for All more than I like this album, but I fucking love this album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Off to Never Never Land.
The production's there. Like, the drums
awesome,
sound huge.
Metallica is one of the few bands that I've never seen live. Look, I agree with Monty on this one. I love this album. I listened to it like 1,000 times, and I didn't hear this album when it came out in the early 90s. I discovered this album in college when I started like really, really aggressively listening to like I started listening to metal like when I was in like college, I think. And I came across this album because they would play a bunch of songs off of this on ECW, and I was like, man, I don't know what this is, but those guys make me want to fight. That was it. Fucking there was a wrestler called the Sandman, and he would come out to Into Sandman, and they would literally let the entire 5.5-minute song play before he started fighting. You know, he would come out in the crowd with his kendo stick, and then he would just, and the whole crowd would be singing along and throwing beer cans and shit in the fucking ring, and I was just like, man, I don't know what's going on. I am terrified. So that shit is awesome. I fucking love Unforgiven. Nothing Else Matters. Don't Tread on Me. I'm a fan of this album. I was listening to it last night on like an 80-mile ride back to Atlanta, and as I was listening to it, I was like, yeah, I fucking love this project. I have no low points. Monty, who would you recommend this album to? Who is this album for? Who is this album made for?
This album is for new Metallica fans. It's not for, because as I said, it was like when I was coming up, like I would tell people I'm into this album, much like what I'm seeing in the chat. They're like, nope, you're wrong, bullshit. Like, no, I'm right. This album's great. Y'all just don't want to accept it because it's not the same Metallica. But like I said, they called it Metallica.
Metallica.
Yeah, this album is for people that want to check out Metallica. And if you hear this first and hear everything they do after, you'll love everything they do after. But I was on the flip side. I don't like a lot of the newer Metallica stuff. This is my cutoff. I think at this point, this is where I cut off with Metallica. I'm not into the other stuff. From this back, I think so. I think it's awesome.
I got you. I think this album is perfect for anybody who watched the original Terminator movie and watched the Terminator just walk into a police station and just shoot everybody up, and just like that. This album is for those people that rooted for the Terminator.
Okay. Fair
That's
enough.
who it is.
Fair
like
enough.
people who love people who want to watch the bad guy win. Okay, people who love anarchy and woe. You know, this album is for you.
And
Fair enough.
Thanos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and preferably
Thanos.
if you've been preferably born in the 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
Right. If you were born in 2000 and you listen to this album, I don't know if you can that's the $1 million question. If you were born in the 2000s and you're a fan of metal, can you listen to this album and still appreciate it? That's the $1 million question.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Metal is kind of a long way from there.
Yeah. So there we go. All right. Well, there you go. So now that we've done have you heard this shit? Monty, what do we got up next?
Yeah, let's talk about what's coming up next.
Try to make it clap, cause we up next.
There we go. What's coming up next?
Next time.
Yes.
All he does is shoulder workouts at the gym. That's all he does. You know, like before you get in a fight, you know what I'm saying? You start like cocking your neck to the back, to the left and the right. He just does that shit all the time. He just be at fucking Winn-Dixie, just be like, huh? What's good? Skin, my neck meat is getting a little tight. You gotta loosen it up. Just does that shit all the time.
My neck
all right,
meat.
so next Wednesday, Monty and I have to do our monthly torture episode, and we allowed you guys to vote on what we have to do. So,
Shithead's choice.
Yeah. So the shithead's choice for October is that we have to do an entire episode on Brett Keane, and I have begun my Brett Keane research, and I gotta tell you, I don't know. Man, first off, there's a lot of Brett Keane stuff to go through.
Yeah. There's a fuck ton of Brett Keane stuff. You got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah. So that's also, Monty, I'm gonna vote that we never let the shitheads pick what our torture episode is again.
No,
all right?
No, I'm gonna veto that vote. Like we're gonna let them pick. Like,
look at it. He's gonna. How is one person specifically going to veto that? All right, like first off, like if I'm Congress, you the Senate, we still got to go to the Supreme Court. You don't just get to decide what the country's gonna do.
All right,
that's not how this.
We'll check with Zoe. How about that?
All right, I like it. I like it a lot.
Hey guys, I want to give plunger points to J. Troy Doe. I like this comment. He could drink peanut butter. The guy could drink peanut butter.
How many plunger points are you giving him? How many?
100.
Oh shit!
Ooh, look
damn!
At that, J. Troy though with the easy come up. And look, guys, and I'm just gonna go ahead and let everybody in the chat know. Like before the show started, we gave Simon and Quentin of Yakk, we gave them 500 plunger points each. So they're gonna give out plunger points to everybody in addition to what Monty and I give out normally. So you guys can come up, and the whatever shithead has the most plunger points by the end of this episode is getting a special commission from Monty.
Not a commission. Don't say that. It's
okay. Well, what's the proper what's the proper nomenclature, Monty?
What were we talking? Canvas print? Is that what we're doing, or a print? Just a print?
It's a canvas print.
There we go. We're doing a canvas print.
Okay, there we go. So Monty is going to do a canvas print.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, which means it's something I already drew. Commission requires me to work and draw something more. I already got 365 villains to draw every day. Don't have the work.
E.M. Dubois says, I already won in life.
E.M. Dubois, like, you know what? You get more plunger points for that. That actually puts you in the lead right now.
Look at that.
So, there you go. That's who you got to beat. E.M. Dubois, followed by Lusty McButt.
And you know what? Lord Jamarcus says Brett Keane is literally as old as YouTube.
Is he? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I think he is. I think because everything I've been looking at shows him as he was like the first big atheist on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Like he was the first big atheist YouTuber.
Okay.
He was an atheist, then he's a Christian. Then he was an atheist again. Now he's a Christian. I think he's an atheist now. Which you know, that's got to be stressful as hell for his wife. She don't know if on Sunday if they going to church or not. Like, is we watching football or is we going to church? What's happening?
Dorn.
So there you go.
So
yeah. Listen, I'm doing this research on him right now, and I'm confused right now, and that's all I have to say is I am confused about who Brett Keane is. Monty, what we got coming up in the month of November?
November, I don't have it totally scheduled out yet. I am actually working on it. But
I got you. Well, I can tell you guys a couple of shows that we got that we're working on right now is, you know, sometime in November we will be having Pimp Monk from the Morning Wood podcast.
And my birthday. Don't forget that.
Listen. I'm saving the best for last. Just give me some time.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So
Hannibal,
we got Pimp Monk coming on the show sometime in November. Then we're gonna do another show where we have Luna and Red Eye from the Morning Wood podcast on Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. Then at some point in the month we're gonna have Luna, Red Eye, and Pimp Monk all together. So we'll have the entire Morning Wood podcast on Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. We'll also be joined by Billy and Anna from the Geek Room at some point that month. We'll also be doing something for Monty's birthday. So I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do then, but it's going to be something pretty fucking
I'm going to
awesome.
say this right now. A year from this November episode, the November in, what is that? I guess 2020, November of 2020, we're doing a shithead meetup for my birthday.
Oh, shit. Going down.
Get ready for that.
That's going to
shit.
be awesome.
And we're going to invite Yakk too. So,
yeah.
There we go.
That'll be awesome.
There'll be lots of drinking and room in New Orleans.
Look, you guys are down with it. We could do something live there, okay?
Yeah.
I'll bring out the keyboard. Fucking, we can make some magic happen. All right.
Yeah. So
we're down for that for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll
not
be
this
that.
year because it's a month away. I don't have time to organize it, but I will start organizing it after New Year's.
So what you're saying, Monty, is that you're unprepared.
I just thought of it just now, and I'm committing to it.
So that means you're unprepared. That's all it is. Just if just admit that you're unprepared. That's all you have to do.
Technically, yes, I am unprepared.
Okay. You see how he threw that technically
but there's
in there?
nuance.
So that's what we got coming up next, guys.
Yes.
All right. What you got next, Monty?
Now I got I got two questions. One for everybody here, and then one for you. But
Okay.
we'll get to the first question. That's to everybody. Quentin, Simon, here's the first question.
What's up, nigga? You want to talk some shit?
Question number one.
Yes, I do. Let's talk some shit. We got Simon and Quentin from Yakk joining us today, and you can find all of their music on their website at yakkmusic.com. The link is in the description. That's yakkmusic.com. So go to yakkmusic.com, and I'm pretty sure it's Yakk. Is it Yakk? Yeah, all your music is on all the streaming platforms, right, guys?
Yes, it's on all streaming platforms.
There you go. So
Hell
Apple
yeah.
Music, Spotify, Tidal. Matter of fact, if you load up one of your streaming platforms right now, load up their music and just put that motherfucker on repeat, right? Turn the volume down, put that motherfucker on repeat right now, and take a screenshot and send it to us on Twitter, Instagram, whatever social media platform you send it to us, you will get 100 plunger points today for that.
Shit. Okay.
Yes.
I'll add another 100 to that.
So,
See, that's 200 plunger points. That'll put you in the lead. The first person to do it. Shit. All right. Yeah.
All you got to do is screenshot yourself listening to the song, or screenshot the song being played on your shit, and then keep that shit on repeat. And guess what? You just got 200 plunger points.
Yeah. See? See? Whatever that was. I agree with it. I agree with it.
Right. So, and before you get to the next question, I just want to get a couple things. Alan Reyes donated $2, and he says he nutted. He said I nutted. So he nutted. I didn't nut. The show's still young. You know what I'm saying? We still got some time to go. Dragon in the West also donated some money. He says just got here. Here's some money for an amazing show. Speaking of amazing, have you seen the Gazi Kodzo were shit talking Jesse Lee Peterson. Ben Pye showed on DP, and it's amazing. I have not seen that. You know, I get all of my Jesse Lee Peterson news from the amazing segments of Hannibal and Monty shit show. So
See?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Jesse Lee Peterson is awful. He's just an awful, awful, awful human being. But he's pretty goddamn funny. So I give credit where credit is due. He keeps me entertained.
Yeah. And wait, did you have more? Did you have more to add, Hannibal?
No, that was it.
Right.
I have nothing. That's it.
All right. And I don't have an amazing this week. But we got some G shit to talk about.
You got some G shit?
Yeah. I got some G
Uh-oh.
shit. G-Man,
all right.
G-Man was talking shit again, so here we go.
Oh, Lord. All right.
Here we go.
I think they in the mood for some motherfucking G shit. So Dre, what up, dog?
I refuse to interact with anybody else on the internet, and I am getting off of here for good. I am entertaining deleting all of my YouTube channels because I'm sick and tired of the garbage that's going on here online. I'm tired of it. I can't even offer my opinion on here no more without somebody dropping my personal information on here. I'm actually working on doing my own Audacity opening too. So, which I think is going to be a lot better if I take my time and don't rush than that than that mess that Hannibal and Monty tried to charge me. What would they try to charge me for? They tried to charge me like
Come on, get it out.
Say it.
$3,000 for something with my voice on it. I can't wait for the knuckleheads to actually sell it and actually try to make a profit on it. Because then they're gonna learn what copyright means, because they never got permission from me. Because like I said, the majority of the things on here is about me. You know what I mean? They never got my permission to do none of that. To begin with, I could be such a jerk if I wanted to. You guys just don't know. I could be such a jerk if I wanted to, but I'm not going to be. Instead, I'm gonna produce something that's a lot better than them. I think I might make a Hannibal and Monty rap. And then again, I don't know. We'll see. They're people that might get mad at me. I want to go one-on-one with them.
Apologize, nigga. Say sorry, nigga.
There you go. There you
go. All right. So G-Man. Okay. And just for. I don't even want to recap this shit, man. It's just like, okay, so we made the Audacity song and video, and G-Man likes the song, but then he hates the song, but then he loves the song, and then he doesn't like it. Perfect timing, by the way.
Yes.
Perfect timing. So basically, G-Man came on our show and wanted to use the Audacity, and I told him he absolutely could use the Audacity. Use it. I don't have a problem with you using it. If you want to play it on your show, play the shit. It's cool. If you like it, I love it. But he wants the exclusive usage rights to the Audacity.
Yeah.
To which I told him that the exclusive usage rights would be pricey. Now, me and my production team, we charge $3,000 for exclusive usage rights. Like a long time ago, myself, Ace Wonder, Johnny Facebook, Famous Brasco, we sat down and was like, okay, if we're making beats, how much do we want to charge to make a beat and then sell it to somebody and take it off the market forever? It can never be resold. That person has the exclusive worldwide usage rights to this track. Well, there's three of us. We all was like, well, the minimum I would want is $1,000. There's three of us, $3,000. That's how we came up with that. We didn't come up with that number because you allegedly came into, like, God helped you steal a safe with $3,000 in it. That's not where that shit came from. I wasn't trolling you. I was just like, look, he can use the shit. I was like, you can use the shit.
Yeah,
but he wants it exclusively. And I was like, yeah, if you want the exclusive, you got to pay $3,000. You know, and I'm like, yeah, man, just don't worry about the exclusives. Just use the record. All right? As it is, even if I gave him permission to use it, it's still got a sample in it, and you still got to get that shit cleared anyway, which is way more than $3,000. Just use the shit, man. Chill out.
Yeah, you know? But he's going to make something better.
Well, yeah. Well, he said he's going to make something better, so let's see what the fuck he's going to do. So.
and I don't know if you caught him saying he thought about making a diss track to us, but he decided against it. It's probably a wise move, G-Man. Wise move.
Hypothesis donated some money just now. He says, channels inhumanity. You scamming individuals didn't read my Labrador stream, you're you're almost as bad as dickless pen gases.
What?
What?
What does that even mean?
As the dickless pen gases. Because, no, DP, dickless pen gases.
Oh, all right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I got it. I see what's going on. Yeah. He's doing his Brett King thing.
All right.
I got it.
I gave the gist of your Streamlabs. So, there we go. Hannibal didn't read it. Don't say y'all. Hannibal. Team Monty. We're not doing team stuff.
See, there he goes. All he do is try to start some shit. All right.
Yeah, so let me just move on to my second question. And this one's for you, Hannibal. My second question is, what's eating Hannibal?
Oh, I got something.
All right, you got something? Here we go.
I got something, goddamn.
Let's find out.
Often imitated but never duplicated.
Yeah, that's it. OG, original gangster, original gangster, original gangster.
Women drivers, people who talk during the movie, customers who cannot make up their mind while ordering food.
They shit on LA, they shit on Chicago, they shit on Miami, they shit on New Jersey.
New Yorkers, Atlanta Falcon fans, possibly people from Alaska.
They hate Canadians, they hate the South, they hate the rain, they hate the snow, they hate murder, they hate crime, they hate fucking everything. They hate the Knicks when they're winning, they hate the Knicks when they're losing.
Indecisive morons, blithering idiots, humans. These people have formed a burning question. What is grinding Hannibal's gears?
Dun, 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 dun. Yes. What's eating Hannibal? So first things first, Monty, I'll write down 200 plunger points for Mike because he just sent me a screenshot of his computer on repeat listening to Yak music.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
What?
So, there you go. You got
Mike's in the lead right now.
Yeah. There you go. All right. So here we go. What's eating Hannibal? All right. Let me get ready. God damn it.
Yeah, check that net. Protect your net.
So, what's eating Hannibal this episode? So, and it's funny because there's always something that just pisses me off way more than it should. And I know I shouldn't allow things to bother me as much as they do, but shit just pisses me off. So I can't help myself. All right, so Monty and I have our business, Sweet Halloween and Collard Greens.
Yes.
Right? And I got my business credit card in the mail not too long ago, and I went to activate it yesterday, right? This is how that process went. First, I went to the website. I got to create a login with the bank, but I can't use my email because my email is being used for a different bank account, so I had to use a secondary email that I never fucking use. Then, as I go to create the new account, it asks me to create a password. So I input my password, and it says that my password doesn't have enough characters. It has to have at least 8. All right, so then I retype the password with 8 characters, but then it rejects that password because it needs to have at least 1 number in it. So then I retype the password and add some numbers to it, and then it rejects that password and says that it needs at least 1 capital letter in it. So then I retype the password with the fucking caps lock on, and I added a bunch of numbers, but yet again, it gets rejected because it says that I need at least 1 lowercase letter in it. So I retype the password with 1 goddamn capital letter, 1 goddamn lowercase letter. It has at least 8 goddamn characters in it, and I typed the number 7 like 20 times in a row, right? But then that password was also rejected because now it says I typed the number 7 too many goddamn times. So I retype the password with 1 cunt-ass capital letter, 1 cunt-ass lowercase letter, a minimum of at least 8 cunt-ass characters, which, by the way, the official name for a group of 8 cunt-ass characters, we just call that a group of Kardashians. 1 cunt-ass single number, and yet again, this shit gets rejected, telling me that I have to add a cunt-ass special symbol. Password rage. Listen to me well. Look in my eyes. Look at me. Password rage is a real fucking thing. All right? According to informationage.com, people are becoming increasingly frustrated with trying to remember different passwords to access online accounts, with 25% saying that they forget their password at least once a day, 5% admitting they forget their passwords all the time. 1 in 6 people admitted that they cause a disruption at work or home by screaming or shouting when they can't remember their passwords. And in a survey conducted by Centrify, which is like gentrifying but for white people, last year among UK consumers, 25% of people surveyed claim that they have more than 21 active online profiles, and nearly half of those online profiles, they have to get recreated every week because those people forgot their fucking passwords. I have a homeboy who creates a new Instagram account every time he gets a new iPhone because he always forgets the passwords. Because the first password was something simple. Then he lost it, forgot the password, so then he got a new phone, had to create a new password. And then he creates another one, and another one, and another one. So this dude's got like 10 Instagram pages, and I never know which one is the right one until, like, every time he starts following me on Instagram, I say, oh, see, you got a new phone again. He was like, yeah, I lost the old one. Like, this thing that happens. And look, the reason passwords have gotten so complex is because most companies want to make things easier for cybersecurity departments. You know how easy it must have been for the back in the day hackers to hack everybody's shit when everybody's initial password was either guest or client? You know, the IT departments was probably working like crazy to stop hackers from getting into those easy-ass profiles. But now, instead of getting calls from people whose accounts have been hacked, now all they do is get calls from people that need to get their passwords reset because they fucking forgot the shit. Oh, and here's the kicker to all the shit. After I got the fucking password set, I got an email from the bank saying that the password I had was no good because it was already being used and I needed to go inside my email to reset it. And when I went to my secondary email, remember, I couldn't use my primary, so I had to use that secondary email. I couldn't log into it because I couldn't remember the password to that fucking email. And that's what
And you know what?
Oh, man.
Darth Aardvark to that said, fuck white people. Damn, Darth Aardvark. I'm giving you plunger points.
Well, fuck me, huh?
Yeah. Not you, Simon. You're excluded. You get a pass.
Yeah, man, fucking password rage is a real fucking thing. I was at the bank. I almost punched this woman in the face yesterday, and it wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fucking fault. And it's just like, it's just going crazy. So now it's like this shit fucking capital T, lower Y, the number 7, the ampersand, a bunch of fucking asterisks and shit, a fucking half semicolon and shit. You know what I'm saying? The last 4 of my social and like my last name. It's like, why I gotta be? Never gonna remember that shit. I'm never remembering that shit.
Yep.
Right.
See?
And I know a lot of people, when I see Mike said Brave browser saves passwords, and there's a lot of passwords that people will use, like they'll have like password savers, or they'll just save it to their device, like they'll save it to their laptop or they save it to their phone. I got a partner who steals phones. Okay, I'm not gonna be ashamed that he's my friend. He's a great friend. He's just bad at stealing phones. Well, I mean, he's good at stealing phones. That's not the point. But what he always hopes is that when he gets your phone, that you didn't log out of these things. So he can just get inside your phone and just get everything, because you don't log out of your bank, or you don't log out of this, or you don't log out of that. He just goes in, sees all the shit that you got, and just starts taking it.
Yeah. See, and E.M. Dubois has a solution. He says, dude, chill. I have a simple, well-organized spreadsheet I can send you. You can print to keep your passwords. I'm going to give you plunger points for that, dude. And also, John Weiss was listening to the Yakk album. He got his 200 plunger points.
Yes, there you go. And like I said, everybody, like I said, look, the person who gets the most plunger points on tonight's episode, right? On tonight's specific episode. So we're still gonna give something from our merch store.
Yeah.
From the
and this all adds to that. So if you keep building it up, this adds to your total.
Yeah. But whoever gets the most points on tonight's episode gets a canvas print of Monty's art for Yakk. correct?
Yes.
Did I say it correctly?
Correct. You said it correctly. You said it correctly.
There you go. So, and before the show, we gave Simon and Quentin, we gave them 500 plunger points to distribute however they want. And anybody who sends us proof that you're listening to their music on, just got it on repeat, right? If you screenshot it and send it to us via Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, you will get 200 plunger points for that. Because I firmly believe that support goes both ways.
See? There you go. I like it. I like it.
There you go. So that's it. That's What's Eating Hannibal. Now that we did What's Eating Hannibal, let's move on to the most active section of the show, Fair or Motherfucking Foul. I can't wait to get Simon and Quentin involved in Fair Foul.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. Let's do it.
Yes. How big are your balls?
Okay, Mr. Rashid. Are they ready for the truth?
Yes, they ready for it.
Just love it.
Okay, how do they hurt us? Because they love Phil.
We don't need to give any time to that master.
We're talking about deliverance. See, I'm talking, so many people out there are captives. And I'm talking about homosexual lifestyle. I was delivered from something like that. I was a prostitute for over 30 years. I sold my body on the street corners. See, I can talk about that sin. Hallelujah, because see, I was wrapped up, tied up, tangled up, and I loved it when I was doing it. Hallelujah, God came and purged me. Hallelujah, God made me get it the old-fashioned way. You just turn your soul unto me and I'll use you. But now I can shake for Jesus. I'm under the anointing of the Holy Ghost. Bless you.
Suck my cock.
God bless you.
Has the Imperial Magistrate reached a verdict? I have. Guilty or innocent? Innocent. Feed him to the
Yes. Fair or motherfucking foul. So, if this is your first time watching Hannibal and Monty Shit Show, first off, welcome. We're happy to have you. Go ahead and click that subscribe button so you could always, and click the bell button so you can get all the notifications and all that shit. Also, if you haven't liked the chat already, if you haven't liked the show already, go ahead and click the like button. We talked to the like button earlier and she said she is with it. So go ahead and consensually press on that button so we can get more likes going. So the way fair or foul. No, go ahead. What you about to say?
I was gonna award some more plunger points to Lord. What is this? Magius?
Yeah, it's Lord Magicus, but we call him Lord Jamarcus because I'm black, and that's just how I saw his name.
Yeah, it's Lord Jamarcus.
I call him Lord Jamarcus.
Well, he says I call fair on Yak's music.
All right.
So,
how many points are you giving him?
100 points.
Shit.
There you go.
Okay.
Lord Jamarcus. He is making it rain. Quentin is making it rain right now. He's making it rain on the very first stripper that hit the stage. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot more bitches out here, Quentin. Hold on to some of the points.
And Mike, I see you. I got your points in. So you're good.
So fair or foul. The way this segment works, every day, myself, Hannibal the Beat Animal, the least vain member of our show, every day Hannibal the Beat Animal does a deep dive on the news. And when Hannibal does a deep dive on the news, Hannibal goes to a whole bunch of different websites. I go to, I have a news aggregator site. I go to CNN, Fox News, InfoWars, Breitbart, Reuters, Politico, The Hill, MSNBC, Huffington Post, Axios, etc., etc. And I will read these stories, and sometimes when I read the stories and I see the end result, I wonder to myself, did they get it right or did they get it wrong? Was the end result fair or foul? So I'm going to read a story to you guys, and obviously we're gonna let our guests go first, Quentin and Simon. Let you guys go first. And matter of fact, I want the bass player to go first. All right?
Yes.
I just think that all the bass players don't get.
Somebody's got some background noise also.
Yeah, sorry. That's my alarm going off.
All right, there we go. All right, we got it. We're back.
And you know what that alarm is? That alarm is reminding him to give out more plunger points. So there y'all go. You know what I'm saying? He's looking out for y'all, and y'all don't even fucking know it. So here we go. The first story comes from. Wait, really? Okay. So the first story comes from AOL.com. A shout out to that still being a thing.
You've got mail.
What?
Check this out. All right, so and everybody in the chat, let us know after I read the story. Let us know if you think it's fair or foul. Okay, so here we go. A Texas man is wanted by police after he allegedly filed for and completed divorce proceedings against his wife without her knowledge. Okay, Paul Nixon, 51 years old, is accused of aggravated forgery, right? I didn't know you could do that. He must have been writing it with like evil intent in his heart.
Yeah.
But Paul Nixon was accused of aggravated forgery, which is a felony charge, after authorities discovered his fraudulent divorce paper, according to the Houston Chronicle. Paul Nixon apparently filed the paperwork on February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. A judge then signed a divorce order in April, legally dissolving his marriage.
Shit.
In May, though, Paul Nixon's wife found out about the secret divorce and called the police, like a bitch. Authorities investigated the situation, finding that the 51-year-old man, Paul Nixon, had managed to forge his wife's signature and even faked a notary's approval on the paperwork. God damn, this dude was dedicated.
Savage as fuck.
Right. Police filed a motion to vacate the order a few weeks later, essentially reinstating Nixon's marriage to his wife. They announced earlier this week that he was wanted in connection to the crime. According to they say, what does it say? And Paul Nixon's wife was advised that her husband filed for divorce and completed the entire proceedings without her knowledge or consent, and that the court had already completed all hearings and filed for the final divorce decree. Paul Nixon now faces up to 10 years in prison if he is found they don't know where he is now, and convicted. As far as his marriage goes, no new divorce proceedings have been filed.
Okay.
All right. So here's the question. All right. Like you see, this dude went through a lot. He forged the divorce papers.
Yeah.
All right. He forged the divorce papers, got the shit signed and everything, and even faked the notary, you know what I'm saying, on this shit. Is it fair or foul that they are going to make this dude stay in a marriage after all this? Like, he clearly wants out. You know what I'm saying? and like the level of that he is going to escape marriage.
Yeah. We'll let our guests answer first.
Yeah. Simon would say, do you think is it fair or foul that they annul?
And also, wait, before you answer, shitheads, chime in. Because we got the delay, so shitheads chime in while they're answering.
Everybody chime in. So here's the fair foul question: is it fair or foul that Paul Nixon is being forced to maintain this marriage?
Well, I mean, he kind of forced his way out of it, so it's kind of like karma coming back and forcing him back in it. Kind of fair, in my opinion.
All right.
But he could have went about this a whole nother direction. Obviously, he wants to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So he should have got the fuck out, the right way. But he probably just didn't want to go through the whole bullshit of divorce.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of on this side. Maybe the chick might be crazy. You never know.
Yeah, we don't know the whole story. Maybe there's some shit that went down. Maybe he tried to get out, and she's like, no. I ain't never leaving me. So yeah,
that's true. So it could be foul play on her part.
Yeah. We don't know. So y'all are both. Wait, so we got one fair and one foul? Is that what we got, or are y'all both saying?
I'm saying it's.
I need more information.
He wants to get out. Let him be out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I stand. Hannibal, ask the fair or foul for me one more time.
Is it fair or foul that the law is forcing him to maintain this marriage that he clearly does not want to be a part of?
Yeah, I say foul. And that's why Tish and I will never be married in that sense. I'm going to sign all the paperwork to legally bind us together. But in the event that either one of us wants out of this motherfucker, that person could just leave, because why keep someone in a marriage they don't want to be in? What the fuck is the point?
So what you're saying is that Tish is technically single?
Yes. Yeah, but you don't like white girls though, Hannibal. So you're
what?
You don't like white girls, so.
You know what? Hannibal will make exceptions. I'm trying to see if there's any additional. It's Edna has so his wife Edna has set a motion to set aside the divorce, and the court has since granted her motion due to the divorce being filed fraudulently. That's it. They don't give you any other context for the story.
Yeah, I don't think any government should be able to force you to stay in a fucking relationship. Like, I already went through one divorce that was amicable, and this shit took us
to a white woman.
This shit took us 6 months to get sorted out, and a couple $100. Like, why does it cost that much time and money for two people that are like, we both agree we don't want to be in a relationship together? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. She's still one of my best friends. Shout out to you, random white woman as Hannibal.
Yeah. Okay, so I just found a little bit more. I guess I found an addition. Okay, so this is a more updated version of the story. It says, man accused.
I'm sorry, Ian Dubois. Why are you trying to move in? Ian Dubois, he says, hey Tish, I may be white, but I'm black where it counts.
Hey.
Damn, Ian Dubois.
Give him his plunger points for that. That's awesome. So here's the update. Man accused of forging wife's name on divorce papers.
Dumb and Dumber. All right, go.
Man accused of forging wife's name on divorce papers appears in court with new wife. Right. So apparently he turned himself in last month. Paul Nixon appeared in Harris County Criminal Court with his attorney and new wife. Oh damn, his new wife is a lawyer too? Oh, he glowed up on this one. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
He got rid of that camera and got him a fucking Bentley. There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Fucking shit. It says the Houston DJ told KPRC2 reporter that he did not forge the signature on his wife Edna in order to obtain a divorce last May. He said, and I quote, "I'm not guilty, and I want everybody in Houston to know that's me. I wouldn't do this." He said, so we're going to let the courts do their job, and I trust the courts that they're going to see the proof and evidence that we have. Paul Nixon is a Houston disc jockey. He's a DJ that goes by the name DJ Uche. All right. His attorney, Shantae Sterling, said Nixon was in Georgia for work when he learned of the charge. And she said, and I quote, "He's a legend here. He's a legendary DJ here in Houston. He was actually on tour when he started receiving multiple phone calls, texts about this matter. Got on the first flight here, came out, and we approached today, and we approached today for a bond." Yeah. Okay. So let me see. Is there any more backstory on this? His ex-wife said he filed for divorce without her knowledge. She told who is Walker? She told Walker that her husband. Oh no, I don't know who Walker is. She said that her husband for 4 years is a con artist, and she believed he forged her signature on the divorce papers. She said, and I quote, "I never knew that we were headed toward a divorce. He was living a double life. He posted in May on Facebook that he married a pastor." I don't know what to do with that information. She said that during a heated argument, her husband told her that he had filed for divorce. She says she was perplexed about how that was possible without her signature. So she contacted deputies to see if the paperwork had been filed. And she said his ex-wife, or I guess current wife or first wife, I don't know what the right nomenclature is.
I don't either.
He forged my signature stating I lived in a location I never heard of, as well as my phone number. That's why I was never notified by the court. His wife, Edna, claims Nixon also listed 0 assets on a divorce decree, but left her with debt. And she said he left with thousands of dollars of debt, things in my name, DJ equipment. He has stolen from me. She now wants a divorce and will happily sign divorce papers if they are presented to her. So, all right. So, okay. Well, so here's my thing. Okay, so let me. All right, now I'm reforming my fair foul question, right? If she wants divorce now, right? He doesn't want to be with her. She didn't want to be with him, right? Is it fair or foul that this dude's got to go to jail? You know, if he forged the shit, she doesn't want to be in a relationship. He doesn't want to be in a relationship. Is it fair or foul that he goes to jail? If he did forge these documents, Simon, what say you, sir?
Man, that's a long time just for forgery. I mean, let the dude just pay a fine. That ain't jail is fucking bullshit for that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We got one for that. Quentin, what say you, sir? What's your opinion on this story? This very random and odd story.
Well, as far as doing time for ink on paper, I guess for the extent of it all, I don't agree with it. Just because he wants to, get out of the marriage, and it's really hard to know the whole story about everything.
Yeah.
Looking from the outside in.
Yeah. We're on the same page on that.
Monty, so you feel the same way?
Let's see. Or give me the question again. Let me make sure, because you like to throw gotchas at me, Hannibal.
No, I'm not. This isn't a gotcha. This isn't you and Emily Blunt's nuttable face, according to you.
According to Alan Reyes, not me.
Okay, so you and Alan Reyes think she has a very nuttable face.
I didn't say I did, but continue.
So you think that? So she's too ugly for it? Is that what you're saying? Damn, Monty.
Ask you a question, Hannibal.
My question is, does Emily Blunt have a... No, I'm sorry. All right, so the question is, all right, if she wants out of the marriage and he wants out of the marriage, and I'm asking everybody in the chat this fair foul question. If he wants out of the marriage and she wants out of the marriage, okay, if he did forge these documents, is it fair or foul to send him to jail?
I think it's foul to send him to jail, but I think it's foul for him to have some penalty for forging her name. Like, forgery you should get some shit for that. But jail? No, I don't think it's jail. Like, there's so many, like, the punishments for crimes are so fucked up. Forgery on this level, especially since they both want it out. Like, we need to look at nuance. That's how we got where we are right now, where we're all at each other's throats because of what we think politically. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not a Trump fan. If you are, you can still be friends with me. I might question you about it and ask you about it, but I'm not going to throw you in the trash. Like, we throw people in the trash now. Like, stop. Like, let's just go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, let's consider nuance. That's what I was getting at. And that's how we get here, because these laws don't consider that. It's like, this is what it says, black and white, this is what we do. Fuck that. So, yeah, foul that he gets jail time.
Yeah. Just like Monty's relationships, everything with him is always black and white. All right, let's go to the chat. See what we got. Jay Troy Doe. Jay Troy Doe says, foul, but he should have to keep her. Oh, that's the punishment right there. It's like you motherfuckers got to stay married for a year. American Nightmare says, I can forge your John Hancock. There you go. So if you need somebody to forge forge a signature, we got American Nightmare there. Kilo says, drop the aggravated from the charge. So instead of it being aggravated forgery or aggravated perjury, instead it would just be forgery or perjury.
Okay.
I got that. American Nightmare also says Emily Blunt is married, Monty, you home wrecking whore.
I'm not talking about Emily Blunt. This is my first time saying her name.
Again just now.
That's my first time saying her name this show.
Crazy. Right. And look, Emily Blunt is an attractive woman, so I'm not mad at you finding her attractive.
I'm not even commenting on her.
That you express your affinity for her.
Yeah, I'm not even commenting on her.
Okay, there you go. Now she gets no comment. I guess so. Now that you finished with her, now that you've done your business, now you're finished with Emily. Okay. Gotcha. Wow, Monty. Wow.
Damn. All right.
Joe, all I'm saying is you are not a part of the 144,000. Let's see what else we got. E.M. Dubois says, I call foul on Hannibal's gotchas.
Thank you, E.M. Dubois. I'm going to give you more plunger points for that. Here you go.
Look at him. Destruction Inc. says, fair. Forgery is a serious crime. This is just a less serious case. See, I don't know if this is a serious crime. I mean, it's a crime for sure, but is it a serious crime? Like, I feel like rape is a serious crime. I feel like murder is a serious crime. I feel like telling everybody that the high score on Mario Kart is you when we can't verify that it is or isn't is a more serious crime than forgery.
I agree with that.
Fucking, I don't know. Let's see. Crazy Horse says rape the shit out of the like button. Number 6 dance is obvious. I don't know what the number 6 dance part, but I agree with consensually massaging the like button. There you go. Damn, fuck. That's why I fuck with you, Spec. Spec says, what if she made the claim up that he forged it?
Oh,
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Give him 50 points because I was on that same thought.
Who was that? That was Spec?
Yeah.
All right, I'm writing it down.
Lance Kasler says, foul. Edna sounds like a horrible human. Dirty World said marriage is foul, and Dylan the Pickle agrees with that sentiment.
All right.
Mike says fair. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Let him. Fuck him. There you go. Dumb
Mike went all Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Yeah. Dumb and Dunmer.
There goes our monetization, by the way.
Is that how we lose?
I think I figured out the trick. Like those, like I'm gonna try it right now. Like those really hard. Fuck them. Like that costs us monetization. Like YouTube's gonna yellow us because that happened.
All right. Well, Dumb and Dumber calls foul. He already divorced her, legit or not. And E.M. Dubois says, I say fair. You don't forge a notary. I'm like, shit. He forged it, and apparently he did a good job. The judge signed off on it and everything. So you definitely can forge a notary. You probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
But you definitely can. All right. So there we go. That ended up being a much more interesting story than I realized.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So the next story. So I initially found this story on Huffington Post, but the one I'm reading it on right now is from The Independent. All right.
Okay.
And the story, it was about Cher offering to pay somebody's legal costs because of something that happened. But I want to tell you about the something that happened because that's what we're going to do the fair foul on, right?
Okay.
There is a black security guard that was fired after telling a student not to call him a racial slur, okay? Marlon Anderson, shout out to dudes being named Marlon. Y'all the MVP. I wouldn't name a kid Marlon, but your mom was living the best life.
Yeah.
Marlon Anderson, a security guard at Madison West High School in Wisconsin, said that a student at the school who is also black called him multiple obscenities during the confrontation, including the N-word, right? Nigga, what he called him. He called him a nigga. Like talking to a black kid, and the kid was like, my nigga, what you need to be doing is this. And my nigga, what you need to be doing is that. What you need to be doing is this. And then Marlon Anderson apparently told the kid, could you please stop calling me nigga?
Yeah.
Right? Now, the school, Madison West High School in Wisconsin, fired Marlon Anderson because they have a zero tolerance policy when it comes to staff using racial slurs.
What? What?
Yes. So, Marlon Anderson, a black security officer at Madison West High School in Wisconsin, was being verbally accosted by a student who was calling him multiple obscenities, including the N-word. Nigga. All right?
Yeah.
And Anderson, the security guard, Marlon Anderson, tells the student, could you please stop calling me nigga? And the school fired Marlon Anderson for using the racial slur because they said that the school has a zero tolerance policy on staff using racial slurs. So that's the story.
Okay.
That is the story. Apparently, he had worked at the school for 11 years. Madison School District implements a zero tolerance policy on staff using racial slurs, but Anderson has said that he expected the district to take into account the context of the exchange. But they were told that nobody's allowed to use it under any no staff is allowed to use it under any circumstances.
Yeah.
And he said, and I quote, but I had no idea me being called the word and me telling a student not to call me the word would get me fired. So the question here to everybody in the chat, let us know what you guys think. And we'll, this time we'll start with Quentin. Fair or foul? Do you think it's fair or foul that Marlon Anderson was fired from his job?
Dude, that is foul as fuck.
Foul as fuck. All right. Yep. This is our first foul as fuck today. All right.
Yeah, I don't think it's right. I mean, all he was trying to do was tell the guy to stop calling him nigga.
Yep.
Now, in accountability, like, he could have said, can you stop using the N-word? But I'm pretty sure with the student continuously using the word, it's just, he felt pressure. He just wanted to release it,
Yeah.
All right. Simon, what say you, man? What you think?
Absolutely foul. I mean, what the fuck happened with the First Amendment? We got freedom of speech, right?
Yeah, and
fired for saying something.
Yeah, but we've done a couple random stories about schools. I actually have a couple more school stories, but in my fair file library. But like one of the ones we did recently was there was a teacher that came to school, like an elementary school teacher, 5th grade teacher that went to her school wearing a sweater that said Columbus was a murderer, and the school was like, "All right, you got to take the shirt off, you got to go home."
Yeah.
And they told her that was her opinion, it wasn't a fact. So schools have all kinds of like weird rules, and like it's like I think a lot of school systems are like this kind of a constitutional jurisdictional nightmare. Because they're like, well, we got to take care of these kids, but we also got to deal with these punk ass parents, and we got to deal with this and that. So they just it's a whole lot of stuff. But yeah, we always have like school stuff on these fair files.
Yeah. So,
Monty, what do you think?
All right. And I always do this when we have guests. I'm gonna get you ask the question again because I want to make sure because. You always throw the gotchas at me. I want to make sure before I say anything.
I don't always throw you name 7 gotchas I've thrown at you.
I'm not gonna name 7. Ask the question.
There you go. Because they don't exist. Okay. They
That's
don't
not
exist.
why. That's not why.
They don't exist.
See, there you go.
Here we go. So is it fair or foul that Marlon Anderson, a security guard, 17 years at Madison High School in Wisconsin, was fired for telling a student not to call him, for asking a student not to call him the N-word?
Yes. It is foul that he was fired because I'm going to say it this way. Like, let's say, and I'm sorry, Simon, you're an awesome guy. I like you, but I'm going to use you right now. I'm going to use you right now.
Don't use Simon. Go ahead.
All right, no, you know what, Simon? I'm not going to use you. I'm going to use Mike in the chat. Mike.
Why don't use
Mike? Mike is a shithead from day one. Mike's been around. But, like, me and Mike are hanging out talking. And Mike's like, what's up, Monty, my nigga? How you doing, my nigga? And everything. I'm like, yeah, you want to get a strawberry ice cream or you want, like, pralines and cream? And Mike's like, I want that pralines and cream, my nigga. And I'm like, and I go, Mike, stop calling me nigga. Is it more effective for me to say, Mike, stop saying the M word, or Mike, stop calling me nigga? What's more effective?
Yeah. So look,
number 2 is much more powerful.
Yes,
I'm gonna tell you when I was last.
And Mike,
year,
I'm giving you plunger points because I used you.
Yeah. All you gotta do is let Monty use you, and he'll give you plunger points. Look at that. So last year, last year I'm driving, doing the rideshare services here in Atlanta, Uber, Lyft, and all that stuff. And this was the when Lil Dicky's Freaky Friday song was out, right?
Oh, yeah.
You mean Simon's?
Yeah,
That's my Freaky Friday song.
Right,
Yes.
and it was so the Freaky Friday song comes on and everybody loves it. They're like, "I'm Chris Brown, I can dance. I'm so cool, I can rap." Oh, and they're singing the song and shit. And it's like whenever I would have white people in the car, I would look back at them. I was like, "Look, so listen, I don't care how you got to do it. I don't care if you got to substitute it. You can say my neighbors or my ninjas or whatever. But what you not gonna say in this car while I'm driving? Figure it out, okay? I start the song over. You know what I'm saying? And I never had a problem with it. I never had a problem. I would always, I was always that person. I was like, let's talk, let's acknowledge the elephant in the room. It was just like, it's like, hey, look, chill. I got you. I know you feel the song. You know what I'm saying? And if you're by yourself and you singing the song, or if you with other people and you singing the song, and the word comes up and you sing it, hey, I'm not one of those people that throws people under the bus for singing the song, for saying the word in a song. Like I don't believe in that cancel culture of, oh, I was rapping this NWA song and I said the word and now I can't have a job for the rest of my life. Like, I don't subscribe to that shit, right? This isn't like somebody was like, you dumb niggers, get the fuck out my high school. And I'm like, well, if I leave, the basketball team is going to be defeated. But whatever. That's on you. I mean, I'm the only one that can dunk from the free throw line, but whatever. Up to you. You know what I'm saying? But like, this wasn't like people using it like in a you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe in, like, if you're using it in a racist way, then like, all right, let's deal with that. So I don't believe in that, but I also let people know, like, look, it would make me more comfortable if you didn't say it. Yeah, that's all. It's the same way I'd be like, my name is Will. People sometimes will call me Willie or William or other, versions of the name, and I'd be like, look, I just prefer it if you call me Will.
Yeah. Yeah. See, me, I don't go that soft. I go, just don't call me that. I'll say it flat out. Like, now you know where I stand on it. If you say it again, we got a problem. I'm not a violent person, but I will punch you in your jaw.
Look, I used to always...
Most people know me as, if somebody said Monty hit them, nobody would believe it. That's the type of person I am.
Yeah, so, Monty's not gonna hit you. That's not.
But
so if somebody
says
Monty,
if I say I'm gonna hit you, don't do it. Because if I say it, I'm going to do it.
Monty isn't by nature a violent person, and that's a great thing about him. Like, he doesn't handle his problems with violence. He handles his problems by just nutting in your face. There you go. Let's take it to the chat and see what somebody else said. Kilo says file already, zero tolerance. File already, zero tolerance policy. Yeah, that's crazy. Dumb and Dunmer says that's extremely foul, and I can't even explain why. Lance Kasler says foul, just like schools and the majority of the assholes that work in them. E.M. Dubois says, why the fuck is the student calling faculty anything other than sir and ma'am? That boy needs a belt to his ass. Facts! Facts!
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
50 points for that. 50 points.
Yeah, 50 points for E.M. Dubois. There you go. John Weiss says, I have zero tolerance for zero tolerance policies.
Yeah, facts, John Weiss. I'm giving you points for that.
Yes, John Weiss. Yeah, take your plunger points. Dragon in the West says that's foul beyond all rational thinking. Fairy Seraphim. Also, shout out to Fairy Seraphim jumping in the chat.
What's up,
really
Fairy?
Priorities this school has. That totally isn't one of the dumbest things I've heard in my life. Also, as a sidebar, I don't know if they discipline the actual student in that scenario. I've read that article on about 10 different websites, and in none of the stories did they ever mention the student being disciplined in that scenario. Like, I never heard about him getting detention, suspended, expelled. In my mind, if the security guard can be fired, then the kid can be expelled.
Absolutely.
You and don't get it twisted. I don't think either of those are fair ways to handle that problem. But if you're going to drop the hammer like that, then drop it everywhere. Don't just drop it like a specific place.
Drop a sledgehammer, not a regular hammer.
Yeah. Yeah. American Nightmare says foul, but consensual massaging? Is that how Monty gets the white girls? Monty, I need to know your secret.
Damn it! What? Yeah. Why is it always coming to me and white girls? Like, stop.
You the white girl whisperer, okay? Like Monty walks around with kale wraps and avocado and fucking a Chardonnay in his back pocket. All right. They fucking love.
Look. I'm gonna ask. No, never mind.
Monty goes up to white women and be like, "Man, I was having a problem. If only somebody could speak to the manager for me." And then there it is, like fucking catnip. J. Troy Hill called foul. Spec says, and I thought that the last one was foul, but that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Foul as fuck. Dirty World says foul and funny as fuck. Can you please stop calling me that? Yeah, for real. Mistaken Reaper says foul fuck. Foul as fuck. Destruction Inc. says foul. Exhales just foul. The chat jumped. Oh, damn it, I lost it.
See, you broke the chat. You broke the. See, that's what happens when you make those Monty white girl jokes.
So first off. So sometimes facts are funny, Monty. All right, and you just have to accept that. Now let's move on to the last.
John Weiss says Monty is pumpkin spice.
Fuck.
Yes. That, you know what? That's your new nickname. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck you,
that's
John Weiss.
Hannibal the Beat Animal and pumpkin spice.
John Weiss, you get 50 points, man.
Fuck.
There you go. Yes, that's it. From now on, Monty is pumpkin spice.
Fuck.
Yes.
Fuck you, John. I love you, but fuck
you.
He
is the white girl whisperer, okay? You know what I'm saying? He is just fucking like, whenever he talks to women, white women, all they hear is just Maroon 5 music. Like, they fucking love it.
What's the next fair foul, Hannibal? What's the next one?
All right, and the last fair foul comes from thesun.co.uk. Right, you know, I'm starting to love this site. This site is hilariously amazing. And on their website it says the Sun news website of the year. Awesome. Isn't that great how they named themselves that?
Yes.
All right, and this is a story. Pimp Monk actually.
Wait. How did I do this to myself, John Weiss? You know me.
Yeah.
The white women just love me at the market. That's irrelevant.
Yeah.
But stop it. Sit down. John Weiss, sit down. Continue, Hannibal.
Yeah. The fucking
No, don't add to that. Fair foul.
No, I'm reading it. I'm reading it right now. Right. So the sun.co.uk. Joanna Lee Lamb is accused of repeatedly taking advantage of her client over the course of 8 months after he visited her clinic in Minnetonka, Minnesota. All right. Now, Joanne Lee Lamb is a therapist. Okay. She's a therapist.
All right.
And she had sex with one of her clients in a $200 an hour appointment. Right? So she was having sex with a customer and charging him $200 an hour. Her website boasts that during the sessions, she will listen with compassion and offer my observations, insights, or simply my reflective silence. Monty, there you go. You got one with this. But Joanna Lamb's alleged abuse was uncovered when she called police in August, claiming that the client, who remains anonymous, had sexually assaulted her.
What?
The psychotherapist handed over her phone to officers investigating her claims and insisted he would say that they were having a consensual affair. But the cops found that the man had been described as a vulnerable adult by the Minnesota Department of Human Services. The alleged victim also confirmed to cops that he and Joanna Lamb had multiple sexual encounters with text and audio recordings allegedly confirming his claim. At least one of their alleged encounters took place during a therapy appointment that she charged him for.
Wow.
Right. And let's see. Wait, it just says a charge sheet reads a sexual penetration occurred during a psychotherapy session. I just feel like I haven't been looking in the right places for therapy.
Yeah.
During a police interview, Joanna Lamb withdrew her sexual assault allegations and admitted to having consensual sexual relationship with the man. So first she said he sexually assaulted her. Then she said they had a consensual relationship after they found proof that, that she didn't. Joanna Lamb is charged with felony criminal sexual conduct.
We'll get that after this segment.
I got you, Dragon in the West is coming, which carries a maximum sentence of 15 years in prison and a $30,000 fine. She was let out of jail on a $100,000 bond. So the question is, right? This chick, Joanna Lamb, psychotherapist in Minnetonka, Minnesota, was having sex with one of her clients. She initially claimed that he sexually assaulted her, and then when the police went through her phone, they saw that was not true, right? So then she rescinded her sexual assault claim and said that it was consensual. So here is my fair foul question. Is it fair or foul that she was allowed to charge this dude $200 an hour for that shit? That's the question. Let's see, who we going with her? Simon, what say you, man? Is it fair or foul? Because he was still getting pussy, right? And I don't know what the going rate is in fucking Minnesota as opposed to Atlanta. Like in Atlanta, a half and half runs you 50, a full, like 75. So, she charging 200. So I don't know.
That better be some pussy though. 200 an hour.
Yeah.
But that's foul.
You think that's foul?
I think it's foul. She's not a prostitute. She's a psychotherapist.
Yeah.
But what if she was still providing therapy while she was fucking him?
Okay, well then that's a different look.
I can just imagine, baby, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
So what do you think of your mother? Tell me about your mother right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's the kids that yes. I need to go see a psychotherapist.
Yeah. See.
Hey.
See? Yeah.
So my question is, was there any sex happened outside of the therapy office?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh.
Was she only fucking him at work, or was she fucking him at the house too?
Yeah, that's a good question.
If that's the case, then maybe she should have been charging him like.
Yeah, she should have charged him more for the home sessions.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she charged him more for the home sessions, I would say fair.
Outcall, Monty. That's called outcall.
Yeah, outcall.
Is what I've been told. Is what I've been told.
Well, I mean, you're the expert, Hannibal. Like you just told me, so you're the expert.
I mean, I guess expert in the framework of this panel that we're on. Yeah, I guess I would be there.
I mean, I guess if you know the names, like, how many outcalls have you had this year?
I've only You see, he tried to dig he pulled the shovel out, he dug the hole, he fucking put some leaves and branches over it, and was like, "Hey, Hannibal, come over here, I got some candy." Right? Not falling for it, Monty. Got to wake up pretty early in the morning to put one over on this guy.
All right. I'm getting you ready for G-Man's blow. Like he's gonna come at us. He's about to do a battle rap about us.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Listen,
look. I'm gonna say this right now. If G-Man comes at us with a battle rap, I'm coming with the bars. Hannibal, you got to figure out how to make them sound good.
I got you. I'm with it.
I'm coming with the bars.
Let's take it to the chat. Monty, did you answer? Did you already call foul on this one, Pumpkin Spice?
Yeah, foul. Don't call me Pumpkin Spice. Don't kick me off the show for saying Pumpkin Spice.
I got you. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. What's everybody saying? Let's see. I'm trying to find the first Oh, Red Eye's in the chat. Viva la caca. I see
What's
you,
up,
baby.
Red Eye? Viva la caca.
John Vice says that's cheaper than most dominatrixes he knows. There you go. And the dominatrix in New Orleans, you spending a little more money on that one. Kilo says foul already. If you're a therapist, romantic or sexual relations are a no-go. There you go. But what if she's really attracted to her client? Because I was watching a Blacked video the other day, and on that video, the therapist and her client. Well, never mind. We'll come back to that in a second. Let's see. Destruction Inc. says therapist is one space from the rapist.
Yep. And also look at the comment right below that. You're right. He gets his plunger points.
Yeah, give him some plunger points. Yes, you're right.
Yep. And who was that again? That was the American Nightmare that said that.
No, that was Destruction Inc.
Destruction Inc. All right, let me give Destruction Inc. his plunger points.
What? Yeah, Dylan the Pickle also
and
calls
American
foul.
Nightmare.
American Nightmare says foul, but Monty, would you rather be known as a white girl pussy slayer or a broke ass Bob Marley reject? Hashtag just go for pumpkin spice.
Damn! I don't know if I should feel complimented or insulted.
Yes.
American
First
Nightmare.
off, you should definitely be complimented. All right. You've had sex with more white women than anybody I've ever known. He's seen more white vagina than a gynecologist. All right. Okay. More than BB Sport panties. All right. He fucking knows the white puss. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. Live your truth, Monty. All right. You're living the dream. If this was during slavery, you would be everybody's hero. Well, not the people running the establishment. They probably wouldn't like you, but that's a whole other problem. Let's see who we got. John Vice says, "Foul the first time, fair if you keep going back and keep paying for more sessions." Yeah. American Nightmare says, "Hey, pumpkin spice, do you have any weed?"
You know what?
Yes.
I'm going to give you plunger points for that because that's hilarious. That's a callback to a previous joke. Wait, let me ask Quentin.
Yeah.
How often do people come up to you and ask you if you have weed?
I used to get a lot more whenever I had a bigger beard.
All right. See, all right. So it's
maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's a correlation between black people with facial hair
or
and
masks.
About
facial hair, dreads, or mask.
Oh yeah, people ask me all the time if I got weed.
Yeah. All right.
Just be out.
Wait. Let me be fair, Simon.
Especially if I have a beard and I'm wearing a hoodie.
Simon, how often do people ask you if you have weed?
Well, nowadays, not so much. When I had my caveman beard and hair.
All right. It might not be skin tone. It might be facial hair.
There you go. See? This is what Hannibal and Monty Shit Show do. We learn by asking questions and we're doing the deep analytical research. There you go.
See,
good one. See, I appreciate you for doing that research, Pumpkin Spice. I appreciate that. That is awesome. That is awesome of you that you did. That was fantastic deductive research of you. That was fantastic deductive research. Yeah.
I know it's coming. Y'all are all assholes. All of you.
Yeah. Yo, and just listen. White girls love him more than they love Zac Efron. Okay, they fucking love Monty. They fucking love him. All right. See, when we see Monty, we just see like a cool guy wearing a scarf and got the headphones and the dreads, and he's this cool artist. But when they see him, they see fucking Randy Orton from wrestling. Okay. That's what it is. They love it, man. You got the sauce, man.
So you're saying I should lean into it like Randy Orton and just wait for the white women to come?
There you go. He's got the secret. Man. Fuck it. All right, let's see what else we got. American Nightmare also I'm sorry, Mistaken Reaper said that whole situation is totally fucked up. Kilo says, foul, Will, you know that you know as well as I do, no pussy is worth $200. That's well, not all at once, right? Not all at once. Like over time. Not all at once. I don't know. what is $200 sex like? What is that like? I paid $200. So what's better about it? What am I? Is it got like all new interior? You know what I'm saying? Does this shit like automatically warm up? Does it have a seat warmer? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does it do that no other, like for $200? What specifically is it doing better?
And Vapion, don't buy into this shit. Come on, I thought we had something. Vapion, stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Continue.
Ooh, Fairy Seraphim asked, was that $200 rate? Was that $200 rate with or without insurance? How much does insurance cover for porking? That's a great question.
That is a great question.
Yes,
right.
I need to know if that went against his deductible.
I'm giving you plunger points, Fairy.
That's a great question. Didn't even think of it. Lance Kasler says fair that she was just being lucrative and him getting some, foul that she is a bullshit liar. Okay, so he calls fair on the therapy sex, foul on the sexual charges.
All right.
Yeah. Dragon in the West says fair. It's normal. It normally costs $200 for escorts. However, it's probably a violation of ethics and might lose her license. Well, yeah.
See, I call fair on the therapy sex. If when you sign up for therapy, the therapist is like, I might have to fuck you to fix your problem. Like,
I already was assuming that was a part of the deal. Is that not how therapy works?
If the therapist says that, then you know what you're getting into. You know what you're paying for. Like, if the therapist is like, not always, but sometimes we have to fuck to fix the problem.
Like, here's my thing. When she first saw him, was she like, I'm going to fuck this dude? Or did she get him on the couch and start listening to his problems and it's like, man, he is damaged. I'm going to fuck this dude. I feel like that plays a factor in that. Vapion says Hannibal is an expert in prostitution. Shayla, did you hear that?
See, thank you. It's the prostitute expert right there.
Let's see. What else we got? E.M. Dubois says I call foul on that bitch. Brian Harris says kind of fair because booty is a form of therapy. That's true.
It's true.
Let's see what else. The chat skipped again. Let's see. God damn it. Know what I'm saying?
You broke the chat.
Can't brag. Hypothesis. Mike Hannibal is a famous music producer. He get that pussy for free. Huh. Well, I get opportunities for sex. But here's the thing I've learned in my life. Any woman that will willfully have sex with a dude wearing a mask will also say he raped her if he doesn't call her back.
Truth.
Yeah, like she is like off the rip. If she is into this, there's some damaged goods there. All right.
Yeah.
Her dad either didn't love her, either didn't hug her enough, or hugged her too much. I'm not sure. Right. There was definitely an imbalance there.
See, there you go.
There we go. And Shayla responded. She says the $200 is for when the man needs a break, and when he is ready, there is no need for a warm up. There you go. Letting you know when it's worth it to spend that money on the pussy. There you go. So that right there concludes fair or foul. That was a good, fun, fair foul.
Yeah, that was a fun, fair foul.
With Quentin and Simon. You guys are awesome.
And now is the guest test. We're about to do what is supposed to be. I was trying to find the right adjective. The shortest segment on the shit show. We're about to do shit we don't care about.
Yes, shit we don't care about.
So here we go. Let's do this. Let's get into shit we don't care about.
Now in a desperate attempt to fill 24 hours of programming, here's some bullshit that happened. We've got some footage here of the bullshit, which began just after 3 o'clock this afternoon.
That's bullshit. This is bullshit.
This is bullshit. You know what? This is bullshit.
This is bullshit.
Everything that guy just said is bullshit.
That's bullshit, Gary!
Send to be fucking with you. Yep. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Yes. So, shit we don't care about, and just like Fair Foul, it's first things first. This is your first time watching Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. Welcome. We are happy to have you. Thank you for joining us.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the chat. Continue.
We are joined by Quentin and Simon of the band Yakk, the Lafayette-based awesome prog rock band Yakk, and they have been fantastic interactive guests. Let me go ahead and say this yet again. You can get 200 plunger points. Well, no, let me do this. The shithead with the most plunger points on tonight's episode wins a commission of art from Monty that he did for Yakk's album.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, did I do it right?
It's a canvas print.
A canvas. A
Yeah,
canvas.
you get a
I fucked
canvas
it up.
print.
I still fucked it up.
Fucking up, Hannibal. Fucking up. But
So
check out their art. You get the most points for supporting our guests. Like, check them out. Like, and look, if you go to if you find their social media pages, I think they might be in the description. Share some of their shit and tag us in it. I'll give you double what we give for sharing the shit show.
Ooh. So there you go. If you go down below to yakmusic.com. The link is in our description. Click on yakmusic.com. That's yakkmusic.com. If you click on their page and you share their social media pages, or if you share their music, so normally you get 30 points for sharing Hannibal and Monty Shit Show, you will get 60 points for sharing Yakk's music. Now think about that. The shithead with the most points on this episode, tonight, is going to get a canvas that Monty painted of the artwork that he did for Yakk. So you get 30 points for sharing Hannibal and Monty Shit Show on Facebook. You get another 30 points for sharing it on Instagram. Another 30 points for sharing it on Twitter. Another 30 points for sharing it on TikTok. Another 30 points for sharing it on Snapchat. That's 300. I can't add 150 plunger points right there. If you do that same thing with their social media, instead of getting 150 plunger points, you get 300 plunger points. You could literally get 450 plunger points, and all you have to do is share that shit. That's all you got to do.
There you go. There you go.
And you get that awesome canvas from Monty of Yakk's artwork, and you'll be supporting a fantastic band from Louisiana.
Wait, American Nightmare says he doesn't see the link. I'll fix it. It's in our description. I added it. I know it's there.
Yeah. No, it's there. I saw it early. So there you go. So do that. Also, and remember, if you find Yakk's music, go to their website. Find it on YouTube, find it on Tidal, find it on Twitter, Spotify, find it on Apple Music. If you find their music and you play it and keep that shit on repeat, send us a screenshot of it, and you will get 200 plunger points.
There we go. We got you covered.
So some of y'all that are trying to be shithead of the month and catch Penultima and Ducking Creepers and Lord Jamarcus.
Or it's Penultima and Lord Jamarcus. They're duking it out. Lord Jamarcus might have pulled up on this episode because Penn isn't here right now. We're too early for him.
Oh yeah, because we're ahead of him on his time zone. So this will get you the points you need, and you get that fantastic canvas, and you can even possibly be shithead of the month and get that cool item from our fucking merch store. So look, and all you got to do is show some love, show some support.
Yeah, and right now you might need to beat John Weiss on plunger points. Looking at my notes, I haven't added him yet, but he crept up. Like he's been on his shit tonight. The most banned shit show guest is beating y'all in plunger points.
Yes. John Weiss is coming for everybody's heads tonight. So the way Shit We Don't Care About works is just like Fair Foul. If you've never watched Hannibal and Monty Shit, goddamn, my mic keeps sliding away. There we go. If you've never seen Hannibal and Monty Shit Show, the way Shit We Don't Care About works is I find these news headlines while I'm doing my deep dive on the news, and I wonder to myself, who gives a shit about this story? So I am going to read 5 headlines, and you guys are going to let us know if you give a shit or you don't give a shit. If you don't give a shit, we go on to the next story. But if enough of y'all do give a shit, I will read the article. All right? So we're going to start with our guests first. Quentin, Simon, if you guys are ready, we'll go ahead and start Shit We Don't Care About. The first story comes from the good people at Fox News. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me do it again. The next story comes from Fox News. And the headline is, actress Zoe Deschanel and husband Jacob.
I don't care. I don't care.
No, I don't give a shit.
All right,
See,
actress
you got two
Zoe
already.
Deschanel and husband Jacob Pechinick, split.
I don't care. I don't care.
Give a
Like,
shit.
yeah, we already don't care.
Nobody? Simon, do you care, Simon?
No. See?
No.
No one shit.
No, nobody cares. Is anybody in the chat care? Does anybody? Monty, do you care? Well, you said you didn't care before.
You finished it.
Yeah. I said I didn't care before you were done. So
Shit. You didn't even let me finish. All right. Well, I'll go on to the next story. The next story comes from wow, I'll be doing some deep dives on your ass, boy. The next story comes from ndtv.com. ndtv.com. It says Amy Jackson, 33 weeks pregnant, shares striking pic of baby bump.
I don't care.
Okay, no.
Yeah, no.
Striking. Big.
Nope.
I don't know who Amy Jackson is.
Yeah.
Probably looks 3 weeks pregnant.
You know what I'm gonna add to this? Once we get people to not troll with pumpkins, I'm gonna add the soundbite of and on that day, not a single fuck was given. If we can get unanimous don't care from us in the chat, you'll hear that soundbite on future shows. I'm just putting it out there. See, there's American Nightmare with the pumpkins. I don't care.
Yeah. But you know what? Those pumpkins now aren't for the article. Now they're for you, Monty, because women, because look, ladies love Cool Monty, right? There you go.
Oh,
it's a fact.
Oh, just ladies in general? I'll take
Not
that.
just ladies.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Look, all kind of ladies love Monty. Okay,
I'll take that.
British women, Italian women, French women, women from Sweden, women from Denmark, women from Iceland, women from Greenland.
I see what you're doing.
They love Monty. Women
going.
that are Patriots fans, they love Monty. They love Monty. Women that shop at Trader Joe's, they love Monty. They love Monty. Ladies love Cool Monty.
Oh, so you see what Hannibal's saying? He's saying black women aren't ladies. Y'all are gonna take that? I love black women. I love black women.
At no point
Y'all are
did
ladies.
Hannibal the Beat Animal address.
I love black
At no
ladies.
point did I address race, Monty. Okay, that was in the back of your mind. And all I'm saying is, I've found that people with suspicious minds have guilty consciences. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. So the next story comes from menshealth.com. All right, so this article is about the most talked about male celebrity hair transformations.
I don't care.
You sure?
Yeah.
It's got a picture of Jared Leto.
I don't care. Well, it's got a picture of Jared Leto. That's how you entice me? What the fuck?
I don't give a shit.
All right. Well, there you go. Nobody cares about that story. All right. The next story comes from AT&T News. Nicole Kidman opens up about her children with Tom Cruise. They have made choices to be Scientologists.
I don't care.
I mean, this is a mother telling the story of her, the struggle of Scientology.
Yeah, I don't care.
You don't care?
No.
Monty doesn't.
Do you guys care?
Not really.
Yeah.
Australian women love Monty too.
I might care a little bit just because of the hype about Scientology.
Okay,
you care about the Scientology.
We got a little bit of care.
I don't care about Nicole Kidman.
All right.
Yeah, I don't care about the whole kid thing, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. And the last story comes from theblast.com.
Okay.
Cardi B stuns in Louis Vuitton bikini picture.
I don't
has
care.
jaws dropping everywhere.
I don't care. I don't care.
Jaws dropping or draws dropping?
Yeah.
See, there you go.
See?
That's a very
Good
smart
question.
question.
Yes.
That's a very smart question to ask, and the answer is Jaws and not the Raws.
Look, yeah, if y'all want to see Cardi B, watch any Cardi B video.
Look at that. Like, see, you see that? But if you watch any Cardi B video, are you going to see her wearing a Louis Vuitton bikini?
No, I don't care what type it is. All the key word is bikini. That's why people click on it.
Mm-hmm.
You can see her in a bikini. So,
well, you can see that anytime.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
people are saying care on this. Wait. Are people or I'm trying to explain to y'all what you're getting. Like, this might have been a poor choice of fair or foul. Cardi B in bikini. Like, fuck.
Okay, so here we go. All right, American Nightmare says he cares. We got 48 people watching. Let's see how many cares we got. We got American Nightmares 1, Destruction Inc. cares. Let's see what else we got.
Oh, it's just American Nightmare and Destruction Inc.
You see Shayla, John Vice cares a little. Kilo, that's 5. Yeah, 5. Oh, Luna cares a little bit. 6.
I a little bit.
Oh
I
shit!
count
Thank
that
you,
as 5.
Tish. Thank you, Tish. Dutch women love Monty too. There you go. There you go. She knows. She knows. There we go. Look. Monty's girl knows Monty's type. So there you go. There you go. She knows. Live your truth. All right. Live your truth. So there you go. All right. Well, there we go. We didn't get enough people to care about Bacardi. I'm about to say Bacardi. Cardi B.
Bacardi B.
I put the B in the front of her name, so I called her B Cardi instead of Cardi B.
Yeah, racist.
There you go. American Nightmare says Hannibal has to do it if Sheila likes it, or she'll whip his ass. She might try to whip my ass for sure. Or she was saying no, she cares about the Scientologist story. That's what she was saying.
Yeah.
Mistaken Reaper says he didn't catch what the question was. So there you go. See, not enough people care. Adam E says he cares a lot. There you go. I'll give you guys a link to it so y'all can click on the picture. So that concludes what's eating Hannibal. That concludes shit we don't care about. So now that we've done shit we don't care about, Monty, maybe you got some important shit
that people
should care about.
I got some quick important shit. Let's get into this shit.
FlyingZombies.com, Blog Talk Radio, and Team MFN proudly present Hannibal and Monty's Action News with L. Damon on sports, Keith, the man on the street, meteorologist scientist Mel on weather, and Hannibal and Monty's Action News anchors, Hannibal and Monty. And now, here's lead anchor Monty with Monty's important shit.
There we go. Yes, it's time for important shit. And the way this works, this is another opportunity to give plunger points. And I'm going to make it a little interesting right now. I'm going to ask Simon and Quentin, before I explain how this works, give me a random number, each of you. Two different random numbers.
8 and 9.
8 and 9. So that would be 17. Add 17 to 7. We'll do the math on that, Hannibal. What is that? 17 plus 7?
Wait, what numbers am I adding?
17 plus 7. That is 14,
24.
24. There we go. I just did it. Or Quentin beat me to it. 24. Yes. So, the way important shit works, and you'll see where 24 comes into play in a second, I'm about to give you 4 headlines. Or, not headlines. I'm going to tell you about 4 stories that I have come across in my news feed while scanning the news. One of them is not real. It's your job, based on Monty's reinterpretation of what I read, to tell me what's not real. And the shitheads that gets what's not real will get 24 plunger points. and everybody gets the 24 plunger points. So, everybody that guesses, you only get one guess, and we're gonna check the panel first. So you guys have to guess as well, because you guys don't know what's coming. So I'm about to read them out. So, and I will start with, you know what? The first one will be, let me look at my list. What do I have here? Oh, that's a good one. Okay, I'm going to go with this. So, there is an almost deleted scene from Infinity War, but it was a scene that was written they decided it went too far, so they weren't going to film it, where Captain America ate a bowl of bloody mashed potatoes. Like, the idea was, like, they were bleeding on the battlefield and blood's dripping into it, and Captain America's eating. But there was blood in his mashed potatoes, and he's like, basically, it's wartime. We got to eat to keep going.
So I'm supposed to believe that a deleted scene from Infinity War was Captain America eating bloody mash.
Yeah.
I just Quentin and Simon, just so y'all know, every time Monty tells a lie, he grows another gray hair in his beard.
That doesn't sound right.
That definitely sounds like a lie.
All right. So you're calling that one the lie?
I'm just saying, of the ones you've read so far, that one sounds like a lie.
Well, that's the only one. Okay.
But it sounds like 100% lie.
All right. So that one. What about you? Do y'all want to wait, or do you want to cast a vote in right now?
No, let them hear all the stories.
Yeah, let's hear the rest of them.
All right, that was one. All right, and I will go to number 2. A Baltimore man is being sued by his landlord because he apparently has taken the time over the course of 2 years living in this building to convert one of his bedrooms to the equivalent of a walk-in cooler in order to house his 5 penguins.
Read it one more time. Read the lie one more time, Monty.
A Baltimore man is being sued by his landlord because he has converted one of the bedrooms in his apartment into what is the equivalent of a walk-in cooler to house his 5 penguins.
I
Interesting.
feel like somebody would probably do that.
That just does not sound true at all. So that one is the lie. So,
that one?
I wasn't sure before,
you're
but
sure
now
now.
I know.
You're sure now.
That's the lie.
Like y'all pay attention, Quentin and Simon. I got a couple more.
That's the lie. All right, what's the next story?
All right, wait. Let's see what the next story I'm doing is. All right. I've got this story, and I can't see where this one's from. Oh wait. This was this one is a Norwegian flight. A Norwegian flight. I don't know where it was going. I can't see it from here. But a Norwegian flight was delayed because someone's French bulldog support dogs wearing tutus felt uneasy before the flight took off. Yes, French bulldogs wearing tutus.
Okay.
Were feeling uneasy before the flight took off, so the flight was delayed.
All right. So just to recap, the first story is that there's an alleged deleted scene from Infinity War of Captain America eating bloody mashed potatoes.
Yes.
The second story is of a dude that converted a room in his apartment into a fridge so he could put penguins in it.
Yes.
And the third story is that a flight got delayed because a French bulldog felt uncomfortable. A French bulldog wearing a tutu.
Yeah, and I got one more to make it more interesting.
Oh shit. Okay, what's the fourth story?
The fourth story is there it is. It is a man that is chronically accused of being drunk. Turns out he has auto brewery syndrome, where when he consumes high-carb food, it turns into booze in his stomach.
What?
The fuck is that?
This nigga just making up lies on the spot.
Simon, is that true?
Real good.
Simon, you know shit.
That's not like, I think that's a lie.
Okay. All right. Okay. So three of these stories are true, and one of these stories is a lie. How many plunger points are we giving out?
We are giving 24 plunger points to everyone that guesses right.
All right. So everybody in the chat gets to guess. We'll give you guys. We'll wait 30 seconds or a minute.
Yeah. We'll run around and let everybody deliberate, and then we'll look.
Okay. Bloody Mash, Penguin Fridge.
Yes.
French Bulldog in Tutu delaying flight.
Yes.
And chronic drunk that has auto brewery syndrome.
Yes.
Where his body converts carbs to beer.
Or alcohol. Just alcohol. We'll go with alcohol.
God.
Don't be ridiculous, Hannibal. Don't be ridiculous. Beer.
I don't know. They all sound like you made them up.
I'm going to say that I think number one is the lie.
Number one, the Bloody Mash? Okay.
Yes, because it's the one that sounds the least ridiculous.
Okay. Quentin's going with the Bloody Mash. What about you, Simon?
I'm going with Auto Brewery.
All right, you're going with Auto Brewery. Okay. Hannibal, which one do you think?
I'm going to go with the Bulldog Tutu. I just don't believe that. I just don't believe that's a thing that, I'm going with the Bulldog Tutu. I think you made that one up.
All right.
I think that's the lie.
All right, you think the Bulldog Tutu. What is the chat saying? What are we getting overwhelmingly from the chat? Just
let's see.
Let me check. Or you check while I.
Let's see. John Vice is calling. Jimmy Jackson's in the chat. What's going on, Jimmy? Let's see. John Vice is calling. 2, Hrothgar the Dane. Also, I love saying his name. Hrothgar the Dane says number 3 is a lie. Couple Hypothesis says number 2. Lord Jamarcus says 2. Tish says the brewery syndrome is a real thing. Let's see what else. Luna thinks number 1 is the lie. And so it's kind of a mixed bag.
All right.
John Vice says Penguin of Lies. Brian Harris says Captain America story is a lie. Dylan the Pickle says third one's a lie. You got a mixed bag. Everybody's confused.
All right.
What is it? Which of these stories is I guess let's do it like this. Which story? Tell us the true stories and the false stories. Go ahead, give it to me.
I'll just tell you which one is false. That'll make it easier. And the rest, if you want to read those stories, they're posted in our Discord right now. The penguin story is fake. I made that shit up.
God. All right.
But the other stories are posted in our chat. And also, if you go into our Discord and you read it and you show me the science to say why whatever I put is wrong and that story is also fake, I'll give you those 25 plunger points. So there you go. Or show me facts that contradict that story. So I'll play it that way. But these are stories I found. The fake one was the penguins.
Okay. Well, there you go. How many plunger points are we giving out for that?
24. Or wait, it was 24, not 25. 24.
Yeah.
So
24 plunger points.
Everybody that guessed 2 gets 24 plunger points.
So John Vice got it.
Yeah.
And American Nightmare got it.
Okay.
All right. And let's see who else got this story right. Vapion got it.
All right. John Vice, American Nightmare, Vapion. Wait, let me write those down now.
Oh, I'm writing in the text, and I'm gonna just text it to you. Let's see what else. Lord Jamarcus got it. or Jamarcus. I always, and it's bad because it's Magicus, and I always put Jamarcus. Hypothesis got it right. Okay.
All right. Hypothesis.
These guys are doing a better job of calling you on your lies than I do. So that's what from now on, I'm gonna have to just go based on what you guys say. All right. Well, I collect everybody who got this right. Monty, go ahead and transition us into our last segment.
Let's go into the last segment, and it's check this shit out. This is where we watch some crazy or awesome shit I found on the internet. Y'all get to decide what it is that I found. So let me know what you think about this shit that I found.
Hannibal and Monty's Shit Show presents. Check that shit out.
What is that?
I didn't know they made them like that.
I don't even understand what I'm seeing.
Remember that shit I gave you last week, nigga? It's nothing, nigga. It's nothing. It's nothing, nigga. Nigga, it's nothing. This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. Right here, this shit, nigga. This shit here, nigga.
Check this shit out.
Ever since I can remember, I'm 37 years old right now, and ever since I can remember being a little boy, is being told the sun and the moon are in space. Okay, shut the video off right now if it don't make no sense or you don't care. I don't care. Okay, but they just told us that the moon is in our atmosphere. Last I heard, the moon was 294,000 miles away, and that our atmosphere only extended about 124 miles up. That's 100,000 mile difference. I mean that's a lot of miles for them to be like, oh shoot, snaps, 50, 60 years later, $60 billion later that we done took of taxpayer money, okay? All of a sudden, they done switched it up. And I'm mad. Because I don't feel like it's an honest explanation. I feel like they're backpedaling because there's a lot of truths coming out, and there's things that they need to do and say just to make certain people feel better. It ain't making me feel better because I already knew that the moon was in our atmosphere. Atmosphere means sky, so it's in our sky they're trying to say now, which the Bible already been saying that if you read it correctly. The sun and the moon, he created two great light sources. Okay, one to govern the day and one to govern the night. That's the sun and the moon. He put them in the firmament to put light on the earth and the stars. And they want us to believe that they're thousands and thousands of miles away. But they're switching it up. They're trying to catch up. They're catching up a little bit to what the Bible says, but they will not ever all the way catch up because their job is to deceive us, to pull us away from what the Bible and God's word says. I mean, if you believe that you're spinning on a ball 1,000 miles per hour, 600 or 66,000 miles chasing the sun, okay, all these other planets is doing the same, and the God of gravity is supposed to just be keeping all that together, that sounds real scary to me, okay? Compared to what I think the Bible says. It says the earth is immovable and it sits on pillars. So if it ain't moving and everything else is moving around us, I mean, I feel a little safer.
There you go. All right,
that's it. That's
yeah. Are y'all believers in the flat Earth now?
If you really believe that the planet is spinning this fast around the sun, or you could believe what Jesus said in verse 2, parable this, of like, bruh, chill.
And look, to be clear, I never checked with our guests. Are either one of you flat earthers?
No.
All right. Because we have a friend that's a flat earther. So I'm just...
You used to be flat earther.
All right. Oh, he's come around?
Yeah. He saw some evidence.
You see what I did? He's come around.
He's like, man, the Earth's moving 60,000 miles an hour. That sounds scary. What Instead, what I choose to believe is this book of fairy tales.
I mean, yeah. Believe your Bible if you want to. I agree with the fairy tales, but
that's all I'm saying. Just because something isn't in the Bible doesn't mean that the thing doesn't exist.
Yeah. But Hannibal, if you look in the Bible, it says Monty does not only like white girls. It says it in the Bible.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I guess the version of the Bible I have is different than the one that you have, because the one I have says, and let he who sleepeth with white women have dreads that floweth like wine and scarf covered with headphones.
Oh, is that what your Bible says?
That's what it says, man.
Is that what you guys, Quentin and Simon? Is that what your Bible says? Like, have you looked at yours? Like, are you?
I don't know, man. I must have skipped over that verse.
See, it's not in there. Hannibal, you're making shit up.
Well,
See,
that
means they agree with me.
All right, first off, like, why is the Bible paper so thin? All right, that shit is like that shit is like one ply toilet tissue.
Joints.
Yeah,
I was about to say.
Put that shit on some loose leaf or something. Put it on something thicker.
The Bible was meant to be smoked. See?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's what you use the burning bush, the burning bush. You know what I'm saying? Roll up. Is that sacrilegious to like roll up using Bible verses and shit?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. 100%.
But if anything, wouldn't that be you inhaling the Holy Spirit? Wouldn't that be getting the Jesus in you faster?
I mean, on paper it is.
All right.
See what I did there? Nobody caught that?
I caught it. I caught it. That was a bar. I like that.
See, I got punchlines. I just got no bars. That was a punchline. I got no bars though.
No, that was a bar.
That was a bar?
Yeah. Bars are punches.
But you need the rhyme. You need the rhyme to hit the punch. That's what makes the bar, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have the rhyme to hit the punch. I just hit the punch. With no
You can
rhyme.
have just the punch. See, now we're gonna have a fair file about whether punches are bars. That's what next is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just. I don't know.
So wait. Let me ask this. In a more rock, in like a rock band, do you like when somebody writes a lyric that's awesome? Do y'all give him credit for the bar? You're like, that's a bar, or do y'all just roll with it? Like, does that discussion happen with any music
Not
other
really.
than rap music?
No, not really. We don't really. We praise more for riffs.
All right.
I'd say
No,
in this
that's
band
fair.
at least.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
No, that's super fair.
Brian Harrison in the Nickel chat. You got to see it in the chat. He said, "If I can use a small pun on this, holy shit!" And he put like a cross next to a poop emoji.
And we also got a we got a Streamlabs between them too. Wait, let me see if I can beat Hannibal to it, because he likes to show off by getting to that shit before me. Hang on, Alan Ray. Oh fuck, and it went away. There you go. Alan Reyes says, "Blow a load at A." What? Oh, and Penultima came in, fighting the urge to use my wrench to time out some pumpkins. Don't time those pumpkins out.
Are you sure you're looking at today's Streamlabs and not like last week's Streamlabs?
Fuck, I might be looking at last week's Streamlabs.
that was from like 2 days ago, Monty.
God damn it.
So,
I thought Penultima.
What we actually received was we got Phil Oliver Holes gave us $10. Thank you, Phil Oliver Holes. He says, "Didn't get to catch this one live till the end. You actually believe in the moon?" Yeah, man. The moon. Look, I learned, from when I was very young, that the moon is made of cheese and a cow jumped over it, right? Presumably jumped over the moon made out of her cheese. So there you go. Hypothesis also said, "Hey Hannibal, did someone send you the Majora's Mask? Because if you put it on, you might be responsible for the moon entering our atmosphere."
Yes.
Listen.
It hasn't arrived yet, if that's what you bought.
No, look. So first off, for all albino people out there, the moon is their sun. Okay, so that's what it is. They just out in the moon shade with some fucking umbrellas and some SPF 100. That's racist against albinos. Who are not a race. Hypothesis also donated some money and says send Blumpkins, not pumpkins. There. Now I get plunger points, Hannibal. There you go. And you know what? You will get plunger points for sending Blumpkins and not pumpkins. Because if you send pumpkins now, they do not represent the pumpkin the Pumpkin Gate article. Now they just represent, white chocolate over there. White Thunder over there, aka Monty, aka Pumpkin Spice.
Oh, I see how that is. Yeah. And look, I want to say this before we go to the "This Was a Shit Show" screen on tonight's show. I'm gonna end by playing "Appetite for Flesh" by Yakk. Like, we're gonna close out with the song and then our normal closeout. So
I got you. Well, wait, Monty, real quick before you do that, what's more offensive to you, giving the Dark Knight an A+?
Oh, we're going there right now. We're gonna end this.
Or being called Pumpkin Spice, or not nutting on Emily Blunt's face. Which of those three things is more offensive to you?
You know what, Hannibal?
I just wanted to ask a question, and you got to go full screen too.
Is that what we're doing? You're just asking a question.
But just real quick, before you do that, Monty, Simon, Quentin from Yakk, thank you guys 1,000 times for being on our show. You guys were fantastic. Yes.
And that was Lord Jamarcus saying, "I assume the moon is made of sick ass metal and pumpkins. Pretty much perfect for us." And also, tomorrow on Twitter and Discord, I will announce who won, and I'll pass that information on to Yakk so we can get everything going.
Oh, so. And M. Dubois just said, Genesis 4:20, and thus Monty said, her face be perfect, for thou'st seed to floweth upon.
Love that.
There you go.
50 points.
Yeah.
It's in the Bible.
There you go. John Weiss also says that the Dark Knight shall never get an A+ from Monty, allegedly.
Damn.
So here we go. So before we end the show, Simon, Quentin from Yakk, you guys have been fantastic guests. Tell the people once again who you are, where they can find your stuff.
Oh shit! Sorry. That was an accident.
We're Yakk, Lafayette, Louisiana. We're a sci-fi prog rock band. You can find us at yakmusic.com. All of our social links on there. You can find our web store, and you can opt in our email list. And if you opt in, we'll send you a free download of this track.
See, there you go. Get on it. We're on it.
Yeah.
Their email list is awesome, and we noticed you, pimp. I'm noticing you now. I see you, pimp. But yeah. Continue, Simon. Do you have any more to say, or?
No, that about covers it. You can find us on all streaming devices: Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram is also where we at. But check us out and watch Monty and Hannibal's shit show.
There you go.
See? There you go. Like, you see, and they said Monty and Hannibal shit show. There you go.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Not only is your name in the title, it's motherfucking first.
Yes. My name is first. Yeah. That's how it should be. I don't know why Hannibal pushed so hard for it to be Hannibal and Monty's shit show.
And look, and Simon, Mike in the chat says Simon is very smart and handsome guy. There you go. He's trying to get the last of those plunger points.
There you go. You know what, Mike? I'm giving you plunger points. Yeah.
Let's give him 25.
All right, Mike. See,
Mike,
you just got more.
Mike just got 25 plunger points. And remember, guys, if you go to Yakk's website, which is down below in the description, yakmusic.com, YAKK music.com. If you go to their website and you go to any of their, if you support their music, if you share their Instagram page, their Twitter page, their Facebook page, any of that stuff, you will get plunger points, and you'll get 60 plunger points for sharing their social media. Yeah. And if you actually share their music, or if you listen to their music and keep it on repeat, and you screenshot it and send us a picture of that in our direct messages on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever, any social Discord, we will give you 200 plunger points.
Yeah, and
200 plunger
let's
points.
let them see. Show them the numbers. I'm gonna wait and calculate all this till I wake up in the morning. I'm gonna look at our messages and go through and figure out what's up. And E.M. Dubois, I will contact you tomorrow also. So there you go.
There you go.
And I'll calculate it all, and I'll let them know. Like, let's get these guys' numbers up. They're awesome.
Yeah, let's support. Let's support the artists and the creators that come on our channel, man. These guys are awesome. They've been great guests. Fucking Quentin, thank you very much. Simon, thank you very much. Please make sure you guys go check out Yakk's music. And thank you for everybody that's in the chat. Thank you for Hypothesis. Thank you for Luna, Red Eye, Pimp Monk of the Morning Wood podcast, so we can get you guys all on the show once. Phil Oliver, Holz, Thrift Store Dan, Penultima, Mike, Scott Fiveland said Yakk rocks. E.M. Dubois, Alan Reyes, Adam E., Hrothgar the Dane, American Nightmare, Spec, Vapion, Lance Kasler, Hypothesis, Brian Harris. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching our show. Remember to like, share, subscribe. For $2 a month, you guys can join our Patreon and get a chance to watch Hannibal and Monty's stupendous, awesome, amazing, badass pre-show. And remember, if you listen to Yakk's music and you keep it on repeat, right? And you screenshot that and send it to me and Monty, you get 200 plunger points.
Yep.
And look, and that's the difference between moral support and actual support.
Yep. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Let's show some shithead love. Like, let's support these motherfuckers.
But I just real quick, Monty, you never answered my question. What is more offensive to you? Given like you having to give The Dark Knight an A+, right? Or having to stick with the nickname Pumpkin Spice because white women love you so much, or not, ejaculating on Emily Blunt's face. Which of those three things is the most offensive to you? Which of those things is the most disturbing for you? You know what I'm saying? Just which you know what I'm saying? Just let me know which of those three things is the most disturbing for you, Monty, as you go full screen.
Is that how we're doing this? Like, yes. Which of those three things?
Yes, just real quick, of the three things, like if you had to give Dark Knight an A+, which you clearly don't want to do, or if you had to if you had to continue to be called Pumpkin Spice because white women love you, or if you had to control your physical worldly urges to not do that disgusting thing that you want to do to Emily Blunt's face, which of those three things is the most offensive to you?
Let me think about it.
This was a shit show.
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking.
Sweet Halloween and collard greens.